Let me restart. Something was screwed up. So okay.
Something's
So
fucky.
um, for viewers now and in the future, Sif is no longer a part of the party. The adventuring party is interviewing potential applicants. Darius will be controlling Sif this evening, and so that's really where we're at. A quick recap of last session. So the group, you guys made your way into the Old Fishery and began looking around, making as much noise as possible. You were able to take out Gaedren's henchmen as well as rescue the Olive Lamb's lambs, which will be brought to an orphanage. Um, and you are aware that Gaedren is downstairs, but you're not sure how to get there. Um, and as far as the boardwalk over here, the red squares are broken, so that's acrobatics to jump across at the very least. So um, that is where we are. It is still the same day in the game, and as we've identified, unfortunately, Sif is out of spells, I believe.
Yep.
So,
I have one left.
okay,
I mean, I have one level 1 left, so.
okay. So that'll be fun. All right, so let's pick it up from there.
I think that, like, my acrobatics is 3, so it should be decent, but I think that, Valerian has the best acrobatics, so.
I've got a plan. We do not need acrobatics for my plan. Would you like to hear my plan?
Yeah, why not? Have
Absolutely.
Coffee check it out?
No. We will see that window you just went past. Let's look out that window.
Okay, yeah, looking out the
So-
window. Is it boarded up?
Yeah, I'm gonna say these are boarded up because this is kind of Gaedren's hideout. The history of the old fishery, it was abandoned. Let's see here. It was the previous owners had died, and so I believe that it was yeah, the previous owner died when a devilfish attacked his boat, and under Corvosan law, a building that is abandoned immediately reverts to the city and is held in escrow for 2 years, during which time any rightful owner who can prove a claim can regain control of the building. So basically, after those 2 years, the city claims a building, and even then, the government is slow to handle its eventual fate. So Gaedren is found here. He knows that at the very least he has 2 years in this building, unless someone does step forward and claim it. But so he knows that he has some time here, and is kind of taking advantage of that to use this as his base of operations. So he is, has kind of boarded it up.
All right.
Okay, so I'm
we
going
pull
to
the
look
boards
around.
off?
Yeah, I'm going to look for something like a crowbar that can provide leverage, and then pull the boards out.
There's not going to be any. You're not able to find a crowbar or anything, and you guys can probably see that, can't you?
Yeah, looks like a
Yep.
ship.
Okay.
All right. I asked the kid with the pitchfork if I can have his pitchfork.
Okay. You guys can grab a pitchfork and pry the boards off, and you're able to see a little bit more of the ship, but not a whole lot more.
So, here's my plan. We shall climb out the windows onto the ship, and then we can go down the ship, and maybe that'll lead back into the building.
The windows, unfortunately, are not big enough for you to make it through.
My plan has a fatal flaw.
I already went through this plan last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Valerian has the best acrobatics check, followed, I think, by me and maybe Sif.
Well, if the plan is to get down the boardwalk, everyone's going to have to make it eventually.
Yeah, Sif has +2 to Dex, so he should have a decent time.
Now, granted, it's a 5-foot jump. It's not a difficult jump to make.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a DC 10.
A 5.
Oh,
I
even
can
better.
literally make that even rolling a 1, so I'm on board.
Okay, so yeah, I say that we go on ahead and have you check it out, and then I'll follow for backup, and then we'll call the other two over if we need them. We'll have them at the windows to cast spells out of them. Well, Sif can't do anything, but
Yeah, DC 5
Well-
long jump, and it's actually if where is it? Okay, now the first one will be a DC 5. The second one, you will need It's a DC 5 if you have a running jump. If you have at least 10 feet of space to get a running start. If you don't, I believe you take a penalty on your roll because you don't have a.
Can I carry my momentum and then do a jump and then a jump?
Like a triple jump.
Depends. Well,
Like if I take off from where I am and then jump, land it, and then jump.
What's your movement speed?
30.
It's 30. So how far would that be from there?
Do you want a 10-foot run up? That's 25 feet.
You would have to double move in order to do that.
Okay, I mean I can take a double move to just jump and then jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will slightly increase the DC of the second jump, just because but you do have your momentum carrying you.
And it's good to keep moving because if we stand.
This
Yeah, we
yeah
don't want to
this
stay on it too
this
long.
this bridge is what it is. So
Okay. So I'm gonna use that for 2. Okay. So go ahead if you want to do that, and you can. So what's your move speed? 30. You can get all the way to there on a double move. So I will need 2 acrobatics checks in order to clear those. And I'm just trying to. The DC is double if you don't have at least 10 feet of space to get a running start. So yes.
Okay, so am I going first?
You can if you want to. It's up to you. You have the best acrobatics check, so I think you should go first and kind of scout.
Okay. Scoot your boot. Thank you.
And
Alright, so
everyone
I'm
has a
gonna-
move speed of 30, right?
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
Okay.
Because most of us are elves and then the other one's a human.
Right.
So yeah, go into there.
Comp
So you went
40, I
2
believe, right now.
acrobatics checks. Alright, first jump, 12.
First jump makes it.
Second jump, 9.
Second one. Let's see. Let's see here. You make it over.
Mm-hmm.
You don't move all 60 feet.
I stumble or barely make it.
Yeah,
kind of
you
a-
actually slip on the boardwalk, and you're able to catch yourself though before falling into the water.
Okay, so where do I end up?
So you end up right there.
I cannot see that ping.
Really?
No,
Oh,
yeah.
I can't.
I wonder if the ping was then on the Did you see that
Oh
one?
yeah, I can see that.
I think
Yep.
the ping was I was on the GM later. So
Yeah.
okay. So who's up next?
Darius.
Darius. All right.
Do you want to wait for me to move?
Probably a good idea because I mean, if I make both of mine,
As
then I'll
rickety
be
as this
moving
thing
past
is,
you.
I don't want to have too many
Yeah,
people.
go on
too close to
ahead,
me.
and I'll wait until you see the ship. Draw your bow right now and walk over there with your bow drawn. And if you see anything, then you can retreat
Yeah,
as needed.
I'll signal you or whatever. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw my bow, and then peek around the corner.
Okay. Peeking around the corner, you're able to see the stern of the ship.
Okay. I'll take a
and-
step out if I
Okay.
can.
So from there, you can see all the way around the ship.
Okay. I'm going to signal for them to move up.
Okay.
And then move on to the ship as quietly as possible.
All right. Roll me a stealth check as you do so.
Oh yeah, my character sheet's
After
out.
his stealth check, then I'll toss out my acrobatics checks.
11,
Okay.
and I'll probably move to
Yeah. Go ahead and move yourself wherever you'd like. The
to,
entrance to the ship, yeah, is actually right there. It's all the way at the
So,
end of the boardwalk.
I'm going
So
to-
some of the boards creak as you move along them, but you succeed in getting on the ship fairly quietly.
Okay.
All right. So Darius is up next. Oh,
I'm going to do pretty much what he's doing in acrobatics stealth.
okay. I did not have my sound going. There we go. Okay. So give me the first acrobatics check. Okay. You make the first jump. And same thing. You make the second jump. You slip and fall, but catch yourself before
Hashtag
falling
dicey.
into the water.
it is
And-
dicey. We're using dice.
And you're able to move on to the ship. Same thing. Few creaking and moaning boards, but you make it onto the ship.
Okay, Sif's turn.
And you're actually going to be over here because the entrance is over by right. Falarian is right in front of the entrance.
I didn't know which way that would happen.
Why
Yeah.
is Sif going before me? He's not even here.
Because
plus-
he
plus-
controls Sif.
Plus 2 to Dex.
Because he just
you
went
can
and he
go,
controls Sif.
+2 to Dex.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess is that better than my +3?
Nope. So go first.
All right, acrobatics, stealth.
It actually is. You don't know that. Okay, so you make both acrobatics checks successfully, and you're able to, as you land, you actually do kind of like a tuck and roll thing, and you pop up and you're like, whoop-pow, and you like pose a little bit.
Nice.
And you
21 on stealth.
you come around the corner at the other guys, and you give them double finger guns. You're like, yeah, guys, what's up? I made it.
Well, no, I don't, because I'm gonna make that the somatic
Whoa.
component of my spells.
Okay. All right. And you very sneakily come up on the ship, and like Falarian is like, what the fuck did you come from?
I'm
So-
over here at the bow going, King of the world, boss, king of the world.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I just checked. For some reason, he has. Oh, why is his armor check penalty so high?
He has medium
Wearing
armor.
medium armor.
Oh, damn! This is gonna be terrible. We may have to pull Zip out of the water
Yeah, you guys are kind of wishing you weren't
Or-
all the way on the
or-
ship now.
because he's out of spells. We can if he does go down, we can just leave him.
Yeah, it's fine. YOLO,
Yeah,
right?
and then recreate a whole new oracle with exactly the same spells and have all the spells. That's not better stuff, right?
Not tonight. You won't be able to.
Oh.
0.
Oh my god.
Okay, so as soon as I hear a splash, I'm going to hop off and grab a rope.
Okay, hold on. Minimum is
Yeah,
1.
he's in the water right
He's
now.
not going to be able to hit, get a 0. He's going to minimum 1.
Did we
But
start?
he like jumps across and falls, but is able to grab onto the dock, like the broken section, and pull himself up. He barely misses falling in the water because it's not possible to get a 0. Now, the problem is he's got to do a standing jump here, which doubles the DC to jump across this one.
And he has a -2.
He could take off his armor.
I don't want to metagame.
No. I'm gonna roll
Gotta keep
an
moving.
intelligence check
Okay.
to see if he would know to take off his armor.
No, he's got to keep moving. He knows he's got to keep moving.
He does know he has to keep moving.
An intelligence
yeah.
check is a free action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do an intelligence check to see if he would know to do that.
Taking off armor
DC
is not a
10.
free action.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he would know that he couldn't take off his armor. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the second acrobatics check.
And he makes
11.
it's a DC 10 to make a 5-foot jump from a standing position. So he makes it over barely.
Cutting it close.
And now I'm going to roll his stealth check, which he also has a -2 to.
-2 isn't that bad.
All right.
It's not good, but it's not that bad.
So
Yeah.
he sneaks around, and as he's trying to climb onto the ship, he stumbles over the opening and like falls face first onto the ship.
Darius is going to turn and glare at Sif. Sif is
so
just gonna kind of shy away.
The rotten deck of this ancient barge seems to be barely intact. Its hull is worn and thick with seaweed and barnacles. The barge is held together primarily by the layers of old rope that lash it securely to the pilings that support the fishery and the nearby boardwalk. A single wooden door leading into the aft cabin bears a crude painting of a red fish on its surface.
Okay. So the same.
What kind of
painting as
status is the door in?
Same as the rest of the ship. Well, it's kind of broken down and
Shit.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not a strong door, and it's
Yeah.
not locked.
Is it unlocked?
Yes, it is.
I need to
Okay.
cast a spell real quick.
What spell?
Spell on myself. I'm turning on Mage Drunk.
That's
Not a bad idea. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to open the door.
I need a reflex save out of Dracillus.
The door with trap, nigga.
Nope, Dracillus. He's on the pier.
I'm on the.
He's on the boat.
Not the pier, but the I can't.
Actually-
I forget ship terms.
I need
bow?
a reflex save out of everybody.
Okay.
Good thing I'm decent at reflex saves. I mean, we'll see
Yeah,
if I
same-
roll decent.
Same here.
Well, my reflex is 5. I'll take that. 8.
Okay.
I don't know why I put those save notes in there. That's not relevant. But 8.
23.
Oh, I rolled the worst.
Yeah, 20.
Okay, and Sif?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Go up to his defenses. Yeah, poor Sif. Let's see, how's his reflex save looking? Must be great.
Probably +2.
Oh no, 3.
It didn't roll well, but
No.
Go 4 at least. Maybe it's a DC 4 reflex save.
Okay. Darius and Dracillus can head to the back of the cabin. Or if you're heading through the door, if that's where you're heading, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Copy, no.
Where'd your characters go? Well,
Yeah.
You actually fell through the floor of the ship, and you take 6 points of fall damage. Ooh.
Ow.
So you have fallen down to the floor below. Because you guys missed your reflex save.
Ah, that
That-
6
sucks.
points.
Yep, the rotted...
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. The
would've been
rotted
a
wood
point.
gave way, and hold on. So
Who the fuck is calling my house at 12:15 at night?
there we go.
Go
Okay, so
away.
now 6 points.
I already applied it.
Not good. And you applied it to Flareon.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave you guys there. But yeah, you're down on the floor below, actually. So the air in this room, who entered first? I didn't see.
I would have insisted to go first if you would have let me.
Okay.
Went
Yeah, Drusilla, you just moved your character before, but since he was standing right there at the door, the air in this, excuse me, in this room, is thick and musty. Thick sheets of cobwebs hang from the walls, and mounds of blankets, mounds of blankets, cushions, and straw clutter the floor. A narrow flight of stairs leads down to the south into the ship's hold. And initiative.
Would we get a surprise round? Because you wouldn't expect us to fall through the floor?
Nope.
No, you actually fell on
You
them.
guys
and
are not
crushed,
part
did
of this
D6 damage
initiative.
to them.
Oh, we're not part of this initiative. Interesting.
No.
I like it better that you actually fell on the bad guys and did D6 damage to them.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
that's something that should have happened.
Jesus, dude. Also, you rolled for Sif like a loser.
So that doesn't count.
No, I didn't. That's
Yeah,
on my sheet.
You clicked on Sif though.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You did it.
So
Can you add a turn for Darius because I didn't select it correctly?
Yep.
Oh god. Guys, look at that spider.
You don't see a spider, you're basically unconscious.
28.09. No,
don't
he's
think I'm
down on the floor
unconscious.
below.
I'm just on the floor below.
Jesus, holy rolls,
Oh,
you
no,
guys.
never mind. I didn't click on... That's not on my...
Oh, wait,
that's not-
Dracillus is 28.
Yeah,
Did you click
2809.
Yeah.
on someone else's token?
Darius
Mine
is
is
18.
Mine's 18.
Okay. And
That's-
roll...
I
Oh,
don't-
the compy is 25?
No, I gotta roll it. Hang on a second.
Okay. And so let me find... This one is... an 18.
That's spider
Okay.
do.
So, as you guys enter the room,
I'm getting Sif's. No, Sif doesn't get one. Never
Nope.
mind.
25 for company.
Alright. So as you enter the room, descending, the spider makes a surprise. It gets an attack during the surprise round, and it lunges at Darius the moment you enter the room. Do you have combat reflexes?
No, I do not.
Okay. To front. There we go. Okay, so it is a tiny spider, so it has to enter your square to attack you. And so it comes in, and it is going to bite at you.
Okay.
Um,
Let me look at my AC really quickly. My AC. Oh, it's over. It's right over here. Okay.
Whoops. I'm guessing a 7 will miss you.
It will.
Okay. And so now it is Dracillus' turn.
So if I cast a spell from here, do I have to do a concentration check?
What do you mean?
Because I'm next to a guy. Isn't he threatening my square?
No, it's not a concentration check, but if you have to make a ranged touch attack, you take a -4 penalty.
No, you
Okay.
don't, Dan, because he has to enter your square to attack you.
Okay. So I will. Well, I guess if I 5-foot step, I wouldn't have to if I was making a ranged touch attack, though, right?
No, you
No,
would, because
you
he's
do
in
because
melee.
he's in melee with Darius. You're firing into melee.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why you take the penalty.
Okay. Well then. Do I take a penalty if I fire? Oh no, I don't have my crossbow out. All right, I will cast a spell at him.
Okay.
So it's what's the penalty?
-4. If on spells where you have to make a ranged touch attack.
Yeah, I'm casting Jolt.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1d20 -1. So I have a +3. 1d20.
Unfortunately, he probably has pretty decent touch AC.
9.
And that's touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
Okay. Compy.
Compy will move up and fight the spider.
Okay.
Because he likes old spiders.
So,
You're kidding.
what?
What?
Now I have these 2 assholes in my square.
There, I'm gonna put it right there.
Damn right.
Okay. So go ahead and Compy can attack.
Alright, he is d20 plus 1. No, Sean.
Oh, okay.
1d20 plus 1 is better than -1.
Yes, it is. Maths.
Except he rolled terrible, so 8.
I don't see that roll.
I don't either.
Still don't see it?
Oh, connection to server has been interrupted.
Oh. It rolled on your screen?
Yeah, it's an 8.
Okay, that misses. I'm gonna reload my screen then, just to make sure.
Uh-oh. Shit's slow, yo.
Let's hope that this works for mine.
Just sitting here establishing server uplink.
Oh, no. Yep, I lost the game too. Must reload.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, I'm loading and it's the
Yeah,
timer.
they launched a new patch, so they're doing fine tweaks.
Yeah, they might have restarted the server.
So, is there anybody watching in Twitch? Do we have any
No.
viewers?
Not currently.
Oh, fun times.
Hello, Twitch viewers.
Hello YouTube viewers, because right now we don't have any people on Twitch.
That's right. It'll all be on YouTube.
Yeah, it will. So shout out to you guys because you're awesome for watching this far.
Oh, way to kiss ass.
And for sticking around, geez, when Roll20 is doing this shit.
I mean, take the shit.
Articulating splines. Oh, recalculating splines. I was like, that's something I haven't seen in a while.
Opening planar transport.
I haven't seen
We're shifting planes, guys. Let's go to the shadow plane.
Or like a 747.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There
am
we go.
in.
I'm in.
And there I go.
And I see the 8. Okay, you missed. Okay, so we're gonna put the turn order back here.
Now, do I have to move for me to attack it, or can I attack it while it's in my
No,
square?
you can attack it from your square. It's right up on you, so you can
Okay.
attack it.
Well, I don't know. In my head, it's just weird to think of me using a spike chain to attack this thing.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, well then I'm going to attack with the spike
It's
chain.
within 5 feet of you, so.
Yeah.
I recommend hitting it. Because not
Yeah,
hitting it is worse.
because I'm sure once it gets hit, it probably will die pretty damn quick.
Miss.
Damn it.
But it's also tiny, so it's hard to hit.
Can I just step on the damn thing?
You could try, I suppose.
Nah, it's not my turn anymore.
Okay.
But
It's
I've already used my
the
standard.
spider's turn, so it is going to attempt. It's going to bite you again.
Of course it is.
Does an 11 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, Drusillus.
I shall
Luckily,
cast
you can't hit for anything.
Jolt again.
You say that now. He's probably gonna score like a crit next turn just because you said that.
Slash roll 1d20 minus 1.
Miss.
10 on touch AC.
Miss.
Alright.
Compy.
Compy will bite again. D20 plus 1.
Come on, Compy. Come on, Compy. Pull through.
12.
Miss. Oh man. I just realized something.
Does not sound
I bet you guys can't hit it.
Oh, this would be so much fun to do.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh, this would be so much fun to do, but I'm not going to. It'd be very difficult to do. Darius.
First things first, monster lore.
Oh, you know what? Next round. Monster lore. Oh, knowledge.
Knowledge. Dungeoneering.
I believe this would be a nature. Let me see.
Okay, fair enough.
It is a spider.
It's the same rule.
Yeah.
And because it's a monster, I get to add my wisdom modifier to my intelligence or to my knowledge roll.
Okay.
Who are you to determine if it's a monster, man?
It's a spider trying to
I
live.
still got a 10.
You did get a 10.
Okay. Yeah, it is nature. Okay. You know that this is, it's called a drain spider. And you know, let's see here. DC, I'll give you one question about it. 'Cause that was so
Any weaknesses?
It does not have anything that is particularly weak or vulnerable against.
Okay, there's my one. So now I'm going
Should've
to
asked
hit it
for
with
its
my
mother's maiden name.
hit it,
You
hit it
can
with my
hack its stuff, get into its bank
Yep.
account.
Exactly.
hit it with the spike chain.
Oh,
Miss.
20.
Damn it.
What?
Yup. Okay, it's gonna bite back at you.
So the compy literally cannot hit it.
On a natural 20 only.
Yeah.
It's got a 5% chance.
12 hit you?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Luckily, it's just can't seem to be able to hit you guys either.
Okay.
So it's just a really lame battle.
Yeah.
Okay, Dracillus.
Alright.
You got
I
against
will-
touch AC, so.
Swat
Yeah.
it. Just swat the damn thing.
I am gonna cast Jolt again,
Miss.
and then compy will bite again.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what it might be worth doing, Dan?
What?
Or guys, this is sort of metagaming, but it might be worth it on your guys' turn, on the compy and Darius's turn, for both of them to back away so the spider isn't in melee anymore, so you can touch attack it.
Aid my next attack.
Wait,
Have
what?
next time have the compy aid my next attack roll.
Okay.
And you're actually all engaged in melee, so you can all do aid another. But
Yeah. Well. Okay. So yeah, both of you guys aid my next attack roll if I
Alright.
can't hit this damn thing.
okay, since the
Next time.
compy is there, let's see.
No,
Compy is 1. He's gonna attack the compy. He's gonna bite him. Does an 11 hit?
I don't believe so.
Good thing
but-
I'm rolling like crap.
Compy, no, does not hit compy.
All right, Darius.
You know what? That since the chains work so well for me.
Miss.
7.
Dracillus.
I'd like to aid Darius.
Do you have a melee weapon out? You can actually pull your weapon out as a move action and then attack.
Yeah, I will pull out my testicle tapper and aid Darius.
Can you aid him? I mean, it doesn't have testicles.
It
In fact,
might.
probably
It's a female spider. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, go ahead. It's a DC 10, I believe, to aid.
Alright, it's just
Yeah.
a basic melee roll.
Yes, melee attack roll.
Alright, so that'll be a. Negative.
Come on.
Yeah, -1. D20 minus
Oh,
1.
come on. Come on, 11. Come on, 11 or higher. Come on.
D20
Yep, attack
minus
roll
DC
against
10.
AC
He just
10.
needs a 10 or higher.
Yes!
Okay,
You asked for 11, you get an 11.
Darius has
Thanks.
8s.
Thanks, Kuthan.
Compy.
Compy will do the same thing.
Okay.
Come on, Compy.
Compy
Oh,
does
God,
not
six.
give Darius 8s.
So I only get a +2. Hey, +2 is okay. I'm not complaining about a +2.
It
My
attacks the
check
Compy again,
Shit.
and it bites, and it misses. Alright, Darius, you have a +2 on your attack roll.
So that's a +5.
Miss.
I'm about to command this thing. I'm about to waste it. Darius is getting pissed off.
Dracillus.
Aid. Yes.
Success, Compy.
Aid.
Success.
Yes. Oh wait, no. Oh, it's still a success, but I did plus exclamation.
Okay.
That's exclamation point.
It bites the Compy again.
God damn.
If Compy gets bit, he'll
For
be in
a
trouble.
4 again.
No, this is the
Okay.
gun.
Darius,
So
you have +4 on your attack this time.
Total of +7.
So
Hit!
22.
You hit!
Yes.
Roll for damage!
come on.
Just,
4.
you kill it.
Yes.
That was the worst time I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, do not roll a 1. Your weapon does 2d4 damage?
Yeah, spike chain, bitches.
Wow, weird. Cool. Okay. Wow, that was an awful combat. And that's it.
Yeah,
I was
Darius
gonna
just
say, after
just
this
washed it
turn-
under his boot.
Sif and Falarian are wondering, where the fuck is everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Drusillus high fives the Compy, then high fives Darius.
Yeah,
Alright.
Darius
Oops.
returns the high five and begins to grumble under his breath.
Alright. So,
Guys, you will not believe the combat we just engaged in. Darius and I just slayed a mighty drain spider.
I'm guessing you're going downstairs.
Yeah, and Darius is cussing under his breath all the way.
Let's turn the
Oh,
fog
good.
of war
Dracillus is
on.
going first. That's good.
Okay.
I have higher AC.
Yeah, because of shield.
Oh yeah, that's true. You do have higher AC. But if you get hit once, you're in trouble.
Oh god, yes.
Okay. So, you. Alright. Dark and. Oops. Make sure that.
Shit's dark, yo.
Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
I'm a elf. I have low light vision.
That's not what I wanted.
As do I.
There we go.
Everyone except Dracillus.
No, Dracillus is an elf.
Okay.
Oh damn it,
Darius.
Darius. You too confused. You're both D names.
Dark and dank, the ship's hold smells of mildew. Several barrels, crates, and other containers lie stacked here and there, and a shallow layer of river water has collected in puddles. A soft scratching sound comes from behind a few of the crates.
All I see is a little tiny square. Is that all we can see?
That is also all.
Oh, there we go. Alright.
Well, at least we're all together now.
Where'd you guys go? Oh, I guess here.
Yeah.
So, did you have a nice fall?
These.
Talk about it.
Oh, I suppose I could.
Did you go on a trip?
I don't want to talk
Oh,
about
there
it.
it is. Okay, so sorry. There's the crates that you see. Or,
Aha.
not you don't. Well, you see them back there, but you hear the scratching sound coming from behind those crates.
Eating place for lamb?
Fitting.
Oh. I say, I don't think we should mess with those crates.
Is there
Can
any?
we- Other way to go? Yeah, is there
Yeah.
a way out here?
Let me see here. Maybe. Nope,
Looking
you're
at
stuck
the-
here.
Looking over here-ish.
Okay. Looking around there. Just look around. Sure. Give me a perception check. See what you see.
I will see everything because my perception is a fantastic 2.
I got an 18.
You don't see anything in particular there.
I rolled a perception check.
You got
Oh,
a 7.
7. I really see nothing. Alright.
Does Sif want to make a perception as well, since everyone is?
Yes, he does. Oh wait, I'm not playing this time.
Okay. You guys don't see anything in particular over there where Dracillus is looking.
I asked Compy if he sees anything.
You can't.
Why not?
He has
Have
like
bond.
don't you have like an empathic bond with
Yeah.
yeah, familiar.
So he rolls a d20 plus 4. So get fucked, Sean.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, I can change the sound because we're out of combat now. I've got combat music going. Alright, let's go back to our dock music.
No, he does not see it.
Hey, you can't speak with Master until level 5.
I'm not
you
speaking
jerk.
to him. I have an empathetic leak.
Empathic.
Empathic.
Yeah.
That.
They can communicate telepathically.
Only general emotions can be shared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm
Get
acting like I'm
wrecked.
lost.
if his compy like were to discover something, he would know what his compy is feeling.
You'd get excited. I know it. And you'd start humping your leg.
Okay.
So, Valerian's gonna call out to behind the crates.
No.
There's no response. You hear some scratching back there, but there's no response.
No, I mean, what else are we gonna do? We're trapped here. There's no clear way out, and Lamb is around here somewhere. So
It
the
could be-
crates are our only lead.
I'm telling you that upstairs we did mighty battle with a drain spider, and we might be facing more.
Wait, drain spider. Would my character know what a drain spider is, being from here?
That's what his Darius said it was. Right?
You can try. Give me a knowledge nature check. You're from Corvosa.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you untrained if you don't have it.
4. I have no idea.
You know it's a spider.
And it's a spider.
Alright,
Alright,
I'll
it is.
say a spider. I thought he said it was a drain spider.
He did.
It is. It's called a
Okay.
drain spider. You know it's he rolled a 4. He knows it's
Oh.
a spider of some sort.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a vicious spider. Oh.
1 minute. They're teeny tiny, but yes, vicious.
Shh. They don't have to know they're teeny tiny.
2, 3.
See, now he's counting like 3 spiders we're gonna have to fight. We could barely kill 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Who has the? I think I know who it is. Okay. So as you guys are sitting there talking around, discussing what to do, and Darius, took a step, the 5-foot step there. As you begin to step, something catches the corner of your eye, and you actually spot a secret door right there in front of Drasilis.
To me.
To me.
Did we lose him?
Damn it, my mic was muted.
Yeah, you
I was,
lose it.
I was sitting here talking. As I'm going to walk up, I'm going to turn and say, "Wait a second, Drasilis,
What's up?
check that out."
Check. Oh, shit. What is this?
Oh, it's just right in front of me.
Yes. I wasn't looking there. I was.
Yep. So there is a secret door there that you notice. It was the previous owner had built the secret door into the hull of the ship.
That sneaky bastard. I bet this is how you get into Gaedren Lamm's lair.
Okay.
First, do you want to weed out whatever's here?
Hmm.
We probably should.
I turn and look up player and draw your bow. Be ready.
Okay.
I will
Bows out
back
and ready for if something attacks us.
I
Prepare
will
an
go on
attack
ahead
Sight.
and draw my spike, or I already have my spike chain out. I will step right here, and is this a barrel that's in front of me?
Yes.
I'm going to kick it.
Okay.
Kick it back towards the crates.
It's full of lead. You break your foot. Lose 10 with
It's full of lead. The boat probably couldn't support it.
The ground floor is good. The floor that you were standing on up above was not
He said the whole boat's like rotten and shitty.
good.
Oh god!
Yep, kinda
4
figured.
spiders go
Oh,
skittering about as when you kick it back there.
Okay.
You
Do I
guys
get
were
my
almost
attack?
out.
No, it's okay. This is what Darius would have done.
Do I get my prepared attack
Yes.
on the side of the spiders?
Yes. So there are 4 of them. Just you're gonna attack the one that's closest to you, which would be
Yeah.
that one right there.
Okay. Bow
Um,
attack.
okay.
21.
I believe that's gonna hit it.
Woo! Boom!
Yeah, we'll say that they're flat-footed because Darius startled them by kicking the barrel out. It's lucky that you didn't go any further because, like above, they would have attacked the first person that entered their area.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So Darius would have just wanted to make them scurry.
Okay, so
Initiative time.
let's
die.
see here. That first one, the one that Falarian attacked, he does kill it.
Yes.
Mighty
Thumbs up,
spiders,
bro.
my ass.
These must be the minions.
Oh, 23. I'll take a 23. Don't want to be caught flat-footed because that's where all my AC comes from.
Shit.
Oh.
Damn it! You had to roll 25.
I did have to roll a 25. They have +7.
They do. I guess they're tiny.
All right, Compius and Darius.
All right, copy. Oh, sip
Oh,
it.
that was for me. I did Sifs earlier.
Okay, I see that.
/ roll 1d20
Sorry about that.
plus.
And we're back into
Six.
combat.
Rolling the dice, it says. It's not actually rolling the dice.
What are you talking about?
It says on the lower right screen, rolling the dice. There is an error fetching your roll. Please try again.
Alright, roll again.
14 for Compy. There we go.
Okay,
14 point.
Drasilis, you're up first.
How scared are we, guys? Do I bust out the big guns? Or wait?
Save it for Lamb.
Okay. Then I will just do a jolt at the top one.
Okay, so that's going to be... you're not able to see that because of the stairs that are in the way. The only one that you're
Okay.
able to see is this one.
Alright. Well, then I will do this. I will 5-foot step up and jolt that one.
You still can't see it.
It's corner to corner.
No,
and your
the
corners.
bottom one.
Oh, okay,
Never-
okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
So-
jolt away.
I don't even think I can hit it, but... Oh, not finding an
It's
nail.
flat-footed,
Oh,
so
yeah, so I can't actually hit it. So it's D20 plus 3. So I can't actually... no.
If they walk through my threatened squares, can I get an attack
Yes.
of opportunity on them? Sweet.
It says rolling the dice again.
you might need to reload. My home.
Air fetching and roll. Try again. 13. Flat-footed.
Miss.
Alright. That is my turn.
Okay. So this drain spider, it is, let's see here. What is its speed? Okay. It's going to move up on Falarian and attack. Oops, let me make sure that these guys are to front. Okay. So it's going to move up, and since you do not have a melee weapon out, you don't get the attack of
Can
opportunity.
I get an unarmed foot attack of opportunity?
Attack.
Oh man, an unarmed attack of opportunity that also threatens an attack of opportunity.
No.
Darn. It's worth a shot.
So he's gonna bite you. Miss. Darius.
Okay, so if they move from, like, say that I move up to here and they move onto my square, do I get an AOO?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move up here and attack the one that's right in front of me.
Okay. Hit, because that one's flat-footed still.
Nice.
Kill. I could have been a serious dick and said that none of them are flat-footed because the barrel that you kicked in, like, alerted them all to your presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Falarian.
I'm just trying to be resourceful, man.
What do you think? Should I drop?
Take care of this one.
He's got one on him.
do
Yeah,
have
I
one on
know,
me,
but
I'm not
it's-
too worried about that one.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
gonna hurt him very badly.
Can you,
I
do you have
say-
a
Will I
roll on
provoke
that
an
one?
attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I say hit it and then 5-foot step out. Because-
well, my bow disagrees with that.
No. Hit. So you can't 5-foot step after taking a standard action shot.
Yeah, you can.
But I
You
can't
can't
shoot it when it's
see-
in melee range. I can't shoot it right now. I have to take
It's
the 5-foot
not.
step,
It's
then shoot.
it's not in.
Yeah, it is.
Melee
It's
range
right
for
up
me.
on him. There's one on him.
I
No,
can't
I'm
see.
talking, I'm talking
I
about
can't even
this
see
one.
that one.
He can't see that one.
Oh, good point. Because there's stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
Yeah,
still,
okay.
like if he were to move up on that, he's gonna eat an attack opportunity from the one that is on him.
Okay.
So.
Or you could drop his bow and attack with his melee weapon. But
I'm gonna keep with my bow. I'm gonna 5-foot step to here. And I can bow him there, right? Or no? Can I not?
yeah.
Well, he's technically not in melee for him because he's tiny.
right.
Yeah.
He's not in melee anymore.
So yeah, I'll try that.
I think you can 5-foot step without provoking, but that misses. So we'll see you can. In this case, for a tiny creature. Sif.
Sif is, let's see.
Shoot it.
He'd have to load it, and I think if he has, where's his spells? No, the spells aren't in the character sheet for.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
They're in there. I know I put them in.
Because I'm on the Obsidian Portal character sheet right now.
Oh no, they're not on that one.
Okay, damn it.
That one's all screwy and shit. He has Burning Hands, Murderous Command, Iron Beard, and Cure Light Wounds.
I need his Horizons because he's out of those.
His Horizons or his Orisons?
I call him Horizons.
His Orisons: Light, Create Water, Read Magic, and Detect Magic.
Damn it. So there's
Create water.
not
Wash
much
them
that you can
away.
do.
Wash them. They're tiny.
Yeah, they are tiny, aren't they?
Sure.
Fuck it, why not?
Sure.
Create water on the square that they're in.
All right. Let's see here.
Let's hope this doesn't sink the boat.
Create water on this one.
Because it's not a lot of water.
Yeah. Let me see how do I want to do this.
Otherwise,
Probably.
It's just one. It's just 1 gallon of water.
If a gallon of water sinks the boat, it's just there's a whole lot of issues.
We're on a shitty boat.
There's
guys.
already water in the boat. Did you guys not hear?
Oh yeah, good point. So yeah, gallon of water in the boat.
You know what? It says no save. I'm gonna give it a reflex save to try and escape it.
Okay, fair enough.
It doesn't escape. It dies. It drowns in the water.
Suck it, tiny
Sure.
Sweet. We can't hit the damn things, but we can use create water on them.
Compy.
You guys
Have
laugh
him-
at
have
my
him-
stealth
have him-
choices.
Have him run up and aid me for
Uh,
my next AOO.
He would eat an attack.
He would.
From what?
He would have to be in melee range. You have to be able to make a melee attack to provide.
I have
aid.
to put him
Oh.
here.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean like put him on me for whenever whenever the spider steps into me. Oh no, never mind. I see what you're talking about. Never mind.
Well, that's actually not bad because if he puts him there, Compy gets an AOO too if the drain spider enters that space.
Good point.
all right, but we better kill it.
Can Compy prepare an aid on approach for the?
Sure. You can ready and aid another because
Yeah.
you have to make Sorry, I had to move you out of the way so I could put Compy
Oh,
back.
you're
Because you have to make a melee attack. I'll let him ready an aid or ready an attack, either or. But he can have a ready action.
Yep, he's gonna ready an aid action.
Okay, so he is at the ready with the aids. Okay, so this one is going to step in there. So give me the aid.
Alright, D20 plus 1.
And actually,
Rolling
Darius
the
is
dice.
Darius is first in turn order, so his attack opportunity would go off before the aids. But the aid would come around on Darius's next turn. So Darius, you
Okay,
get your
fair enough.
AOO first.
15 on the aid.
Nope.
Okay, miss an attack, aid does succeed.
So I get a +5 next time around.
You normally yes you do. Okay, Dracillus.
Firing in the melee, but YOLO, I will cast Jolt. So D20 minus 1.
Jolt.
Miss.
6 on flat-footed.
It's not flat-footed
Not
anymore.
flat-footed.
Oh, it's a touch
Touch.
attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
touch is not
Sorry.
flat-footed.
Darius.
Gotcha.
Miss.
Kind of figured.
Unfortunately, Valerian.
Wait, doesn't my copy have the?
He gave him the
Yeah,
8.
yeah,
Yep.
that was the 8.
Okay, I'm gonna drop bow, move around like this.
Okay.
Drawing my sword as I go.
He has space attack bonus because he's a fighter.
26, 1 damage. Oh, that's
Okay.
crit. I roll my crit confirm. No, it doesn't confirm.
Oh, you should have taken the card.
Oh yeah, card.
Oh
No,
yeah, okay, I'll take the
That's
card.
right. Oh no,
I completely
you have to
forgot
roll to confirm. If it confirms, you get the card.
Okay,
Oh,
so never.
okay.
Yeah.
No card.
Okay,
yeah.
but
1 damage.
you deal 1 damage. Okay. It's still alive.
I imagined I was, as much as I'd like 1 damage to kill it.
Sif.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, even on a D3 hit die. Yeah, Sif is going to with the success. He's with the success of last time. He's going to douse Darius in water.
Okay. I need a
Darius?
reflex save out of the compy as well.
So you're gonna drown my copy. So,
You told me to.
no, I didn't.
The spider makes its reflex save.
Copy is D20 plus 4 for reflex. Seven.
He missed it.
You just drowned my copy.
Is what's it? Is your compy's tiny, right? Or is it small? I think it's tiny.
Is. what would
But
be?
it has a swim speed.
It
You're
does have a
right.
swim speed.
All right,
It-
because it can swim, he's okay.
All right, sweet.
All right, compy, his turn.
Copy is gonna nope the fuck out of here.
He's
Darius
gonna
is going to turn. And
he's gonna eat an
glare.
AOO.
No, he's gonna 5-foot step out.
Okay.
Yeah, Darius is going to turn and glare at Sif, who's, yeah,
Got 'em
Darius
all.
is not. Yeah, Darius is not a fan of Sif.
Compy is happy to be water. 'Cause
13. Does that hit you, Darius?
No.
Okay. Drasilis.
I'll just jolt again.
Okay.
D20 -1. Rolling the dice.
You can only hit on a natural 20.
When I'm firing in a melee, but yes.
I'll just tell you that. Yeah.
There's an error. Roll again. Rolling the dice.
Nope.
Nope.
Darius.
I'm going to aid Valerian.
Okay.
Rolled that 8 action. Oh,
You
sweet.
give Valerian aids.
Nice, so much 8s. Okay, so I just add 2 to this roll.
Yes. Your melee.
23 with 4
That
damage.
hits, and it kills the spider.
Boom!
Yeah.
Good
Suck
job,
it, spiders.
guys.
Great spiders, my
That
ass.
combat tech.
So,
beast.
all right. So yeah, the drain spiders, they had an AC of 21 and a touch AC of 21. They don't have any armor on, so
Yeah.
their touch is their AC. They had +7 dex.
Jesus.
It
So
was
that whole flat-footed round was great for us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Their AC was 14 flat-footed.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
you're
I'm
lucky that I was rolling shit because they have a poison bite.
Yeah, I
I thought that
assumed-
they
yeah.
did. I kind of figured.
Okay.
I picked my bow back
I'm
up.
going to yeah, fuck the crates. Not gonna rummage through them because Darius wouldn't do that.
Wait. I pull out my crossbow and load it.
I also pull out my bow.
Okay.
Is Sif chaotic? Because if Sif is chaotic,
No, he's
chaotic
true
neutral,
neutral.
or he's
We
true
left
neutral.
him.
Okay, then
Yeah.
he's not gonna worry about that either. If he was chaotic or chaotic neutral, then he would rummage through the crates. But yeah. Anyway,
I think that's the first natural 20 we've had. We didn't have a natural 20 or a natural 1 last week on any attacks or anything.
No, we did. We had the kid crit. The kid crit and blinded the gnome.
Yeah, that's right.
He actually didn't make an attack. It just said he throws his pitchfork with surprising accuracy and blinds him. That's
Oh.
all it says.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
Go. Go for flavor text. I mean, I thought that was flavor text for accuracy, but you know.
Nope.
Oh well. Okay, so yeah, secret door.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head through it, I suppose. Then?
Do you want to lead or should I lead? I'm not gonna lead. I'm gonna go ahead.
I say,
Here.
Valerian leads.
Okay.
I'm peeking at these crates.
Okay.
There's nothing in them.
Okay.
Sai, put away his bow, draw his scimitar, and then
Okay.
open the
As
door.
you guys head through the secret door, which is in the space between you all, right there, a narrow space exists under the fishery with about 4 feet of room between the floor of the building above and the languid, foamy river below. Wooden pilings support the building, and moss and cobwebs hang thick from ropes and rusted chains between them. A wooden walkway floats on the river surface, winding along the inner wall of pilings that support the building's frame above, leading from the sodden barge to the east, all the way west to a wooden door that leads into an understructure below the fishery's land-bound half. And
Okay,
you
can
see
we
the
see
shark.
Can we see that shark?
Yeah, that was the shark that attacked you guys earlier. He just hangs out down there.
Okay. So our characters know that the shark is there.
Yeah, he's actually
Yeah.
partially damaged too.
Okay. So Valerian's gonna turn around and say,
So it's just
"Shark's out there."
it's just kind of swimming in lazy circles around the fishery.
Okay. So I think we should book it.
I'm going to pass you my signal whistle, and say I think you should go first with signal if you see anything.
How sturdy does the floor look? The pylons and everything.
Looks the same as the one above.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we should only go one at a time, and that's why I ended up, you know.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna double move
Okay,
over to the door. I
give me an
checked this.
acrobatics check.
It's 50 feet total. Yeah, 1 second. Oh, not appraise. Acrobatics. 5.
Oh my god.
He whistles as he goes down.
All you hear is bubbles. You dead.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's pretty low.
You fall into the water as the pier
Where?
breaks.
Where?
As you begin your second move, actually the pier does not break.
I just slip and fall.
You slip and fall. Yeah.
So like
fall.
here? No, not there. There? It'd be right
Yeah,
around
be
where
right-
I'm
What's
being
your
my second.
distance? Your speed?
30.
30.
Yeah,
so
it'd be
it'd
here.
right. Yeah, right there.
Okay, so I'm right there.
Yeah, you fall into the water. Or you're. You know what? Let's see here. So lows are left, highs are right. You fall to the left.
Okay.
Now, this, given the description, it's the pier, the under pier is very close to the water. I mean, there's only about 4 feet of room between the floor of the building above you and the river water.
Okay.
So,
I have a question.
I mean, so you could almost like, kick out of the water and jump up and touch. So you can climb back up onto the pier. It'll be a
Okay.
skill check, but yeah, go ahead.
Shouldn't the shark be dead?
No, you guys didn't kill it.
No, yeah, we didn't kill it.
We never killed it.
It's a shark in a river.
Yeah, it's a freshwater shark.
There's freshwater sharks.
I have an idea.
Let me see how much health it has
If
left.
Valerian comes back, we all have pretty decent range attacks. So we could just pepper the shark down while we're in the ship.
It has concealment.
It has concealment in the water.
Ah, damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise Valerian would have tried to pepper it as it was swimming away. But
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
So do we need to roll initiative?
We do.
Okay, so I'll roll
So
Darius.
let's see here. So Flarian falls in. Let me clear.
Wish that was better. Dan, you're bad at clicking on your token.
You're bad at being a person that's not me.
Oh, yeah, you can click down there and as Sif or whatever you can make that. I forgot. Let me see what the shark is.
Oh man.
I don't know.
That initiative, dough.
Damn it! I don't have the stat block on the shark.
Man, I don't care.
You know what? I deleted like the whole stat block and the whole underwater combat stuff from my notes because I'm like, they won't fall in the water. They learned their lesson from last time.
Well, we did, to be fair.
No,
Yeah,
clearly you didn't because I actually told you.
one.
No, I told you the rules for how the
Yeah,
undertier
you
was.
made a double move, which has an acrobatics check that's involved.
Yes.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, clearly.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, single moves don't have acrobatics checks, but double moves do. And with two medium creatures standing in the same square.
No, why didn't you say that when I said I was going to double move?
I forgot.
Because he's a dick.
No, you said anything.
I mean, Flair forgot, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, Valerian probably wouldn't have forgot. I forgot.
Give me an
That's
intelligence check on Valerian.
Well, at least he's fairly intelligent. He's got 16 intelligence.
Okay, well then, yeah.
What the hell kind of fighter
15.
killed?
Valerian remembers, as he begins to make his second move, he remembers that he shouldn't. And he stops right there. I'm like, you know what? This is a DC 15 intelligence check.
And then he's going into duelist, which adds intelligence to AC.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
So he's building a very unconventional fighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky.
What kind of fighter is he doing?
Oh, more metagaming brought to you by Pathfinder. Brought to you by your generous GM.
Sean. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I feel like my character would have remembered, and I just forgot because I'm stupid.
To be fair, you should shut the hell up and just let him do what he did. Because
You're right. I do, and I do agree with that. Your characters may have so. Okay, so who's up next, and would you like to double move?
Darius would go next, and he would just single move.
Do you guys ever watch? Have you ever heard of or watched Acquisitions Incorporated, the podcasts?
No.
It's a podcast of these.
Don't get next.
It's a celebrity D&D game, basically.
Don't get next to that, people.
And it's the guys who write Penny Arcade and PvP Online.
Oh yeah.
And like for a couple of them, it's the first time they'd ever played Penny Arcade and stuff. And they're playing with the guy his name is Chris Perkins. He's in R&D for Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons and Dragons. And it's like one of the last episodes I was listening to. They're sitting there, and he's like, he tells the guys like, you can actually double move if you want. He's like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to take another move? And he's like, can I? He's like, yeah. You can actually forego a standard action to make 2 move actions. He's like, oh, okay, cool. And he starts kind of like, 1, 2, stop. And he set off a trap, and he's like, you dick. He convinced him to double move, and he set off the trap. So awesome.
That's actually sick.
All right,
That's great.
Sif, you're up.
Stiff is gonna stop there,
Where?
where he is.
Still on the boat?
Yeah, he's not gonna step out yet.
All right, the door's actually right there.
Oh, well then, yeah, he's going
Okay.
to.
Next
He's
up,
gonna
then.
stand up.
Valerian, get moving.
All right, since we know now, I'm assuming everyone's going to make a single move until they're in the... Okay.
Okay, so that's.
So everyone will make a single move, and you guys can place yourselves inside this room however you want.
Okay.
So everyone single moves, you guys make it all successfully.
Yeah, I can make it to there. That's as
Well,
far
you
as
said
I can make it on a single move.
You said we can place ourselves wherever we want.
You're going to continue making single moves until you get into this room.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'd be like right there. I'd be in front.
Spread out a little, Cheebus.
All right.
You're the one who moved further than everyone else.
Yeah, but then you move right next to me.
Darius would have been
All right.
behind Flair.
I'm going to leave you guys in agonizing torture while I run and grab a drink real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
and
well,
we'll
I'm
see
gonna
what's
go
to come.
You are the most daring wizard I've ever seen.
Sean, I left. Stop arguing.
I mean, you're all the way in front. That's really not a good idea.
So, is anyone still here?
I'm here. I never left.
Cool. Yeah, Dan is a very daring wizard.
Yeah, it seems silly.
Sean, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I'm just saying. Right now, you have not a lot of health and not a lot of armor.
I have 17 armor. It's okay.
How much health do you have?
7.
Yeah. In total?
What's your AC?
No, I have 7 health right now. My
There's no
AC
way
is-
you have 7 health right now.
That's what it says.
Your health bar is super low.
Uh,
Because remember, you got hit.
yeah, but I healed.
Okay, so,
I used one of my pocket healer's heals on me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Yeah, you used his last 2 heals. Now I remember.
yeah, so I'm going to totally use this Tanglefoot bag that I have on Mr. Lamb, because fuck that guy. And, yeah,
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Darius is going to ask you guys not to kill Lamb.
Yes, I would like to ask him questions.
Yeah, he wants Lamb alive for a little while.
Can you ask him questions for me?
I would love to.
He sold rings to a merchant in town, or a ring to a merchant in town, from my parents that he murdered. I'd like to know where he got the ring, or if he murdered my parents and got the ring that way.
I'll nod. I'll say, I have a pair of manacles that I'll try to slap on him. What my plan is to Tanglefoot bag, and then manacle him, and then maybe some enhanced interrogation.
Enhanced interrogation.
We can waterboard him with Sif.
Okay, I'm back. Oh,
Welcome back.
when you guys were fighting the spiders and I was deciding on how big of a dick I was going to be, what I wanted to do, I thought would be really fun, but it would have been really difficult, is while the 2 of you were fighting the spiders upstairs, the 2 that fell through were going to have to fight the spiders downstairs.
Oh,
That would've
man.
been unpleasant.
I'm
You
like,
have to like switch maps back and forth.
well, I would have basically just kind of moved the spiders and put them on the upper map, so like you guys are each kind of on your own side of the map, but you're each on your own floor. I'm like,
Oh,
should
man.
I do that? That would be fun.
That would have been unpleasant.
So Darius is at this point going to hold his spike chain in one hand, with his other hand dig through his bag and pull out a Tanglefoot bag.
Okay. Alright. The air in this large room is somewhat chilly and stinks of the river. No doubt thanks to a huge opening in the floor that drops away to the river shore 5 feet below. Several pilings emerge from the waters to support the roof above, with mossy ropes slung between them. In 2 places, rusty manacles hang from the ropes over the water. 2 5-foot wide walkways cross the hole's edge to the other side of the chamber, where a collection of old cabinets, lock boxes, and piles of clutter are strewn about. Chipped porcelain plates, a cracked goblet, badly rusted silverware, an old wooden shield with a crossbow bolt embedded in it. The odd dinged helm and other treasures litter the floor of this entire chamber. 3 tables, their tops heaped with additional clutter, stand amid this mess, while just west of that, a wooden door seems to provide access to a walled-off section.
Oh, I just realized something. Hookshanks was the person that I believe killed my girlfriend. I totally forgot about that.
Yes,
I would have made that more of a thing if I'd remembered.
yes,
Well, it's okay. Gaedren Lamm is still the one who ordered it.
yes.
Whether or not Hookshanks is the one who actually did it.
So, I've
Hey
got
guys,
him.
look out! There's a crocodile.
There is a crocodile.
There's also Senior Dickhead.
Yeah, Senor Dickhead.
Give me 1 second.
I like
here.
that you added the tilde. That's important.
It is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have just been Senor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
see-
the same.
Sonor dickhead. Okay, so you guys all know the plan.
Can I still shoot him?
Oh yes, by all means.
Okay, good.
Yeah, all that I ask is that you don't directly kill him.
Okay.
If
Sorry.
if you
I had to
crit and
sneeze.
it's glorious, then you
So,
know.
as you guys enter, Gaedren recognizes all of you. And as you walk in, he sees you and he says, "Welcome! I remember all of you. Yes. Valerian, is it? How's your girlfriend doing?" He chuckles.
It's pronounced philanderer.
And it was Valerian, right?
Yes, it is Flaring. Yeah, that's me.
No, the one whose girlfriend was killed.
Yeah.
And he then whoops, actually, you know what, if I'm not stupid, I could just do this. And he says, so as he says that to you, I mean, he chuckles and he says, and I imagine they're doing about as well as Drasilus's parents. And yeah, so
It's cool, dude. You made me the fucking Batman. I'm fucking sweet.
So he's kind of taunting and throwing these insults at you guys and whatnot.
Before he gets to me, I'm going to point at him and say, "Don't you dare, Lamb! I will bring you to justice for your crimes." And I'm going to make an intimidation
Darius
check.
says that to him.
Yes.
And he says, yes, I remember you. You know, I always thought you'd make a good partner. What say you shiv these other fools for me? I don't have to tell you the pay'll be more than fair.
Can I go on ahead and make my intimidate check?
Sure.
Okay, because this is just something that he's doing, and it's going to happen.
Are you intimidating me?
Okay.
Timothy Lamb.
So let's see here.
Best time to roll a nat 20 on an intimidation.
Okay.
He's at the mention of this, Darius is just going to glare at him.
Yep. Okay, so that will actually then put us into combat as he's sitting there taunting you guys and everything.
Fuck yeah.
Would I have
We'll
been able
start combat with that.
to sheath my sword and draw my bow as he's blabbering?
Sure.
I put it in chat. I didn't.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So, all right.
Damn it.
All right. So he will begin shaken. And actually, holy shit, that's a huge roll. I gotta see what the DC on that is gonna be.
16.
Yeah. That is an awesome roll, but Darius rolled shit for initiative, so it's okay.
Yeah, you did. Another 5.
Sis initiative 17.
-2 on attack, saving throws, skill, and ability. Okay. And then I do have to look up.
Dude, guys! I could command him to approach.
And he could fall in with the gator. Other than he'd probably
command
die.
on a command, they will approach you to the best of their ability. Since he is familiar, he is familiar with the surroundings, if you command him to approach you, he wouldn't.
Damn
Okay.
it.
Is that like weird N shape, like a walkway for the gator to get up to us?
No, those are the ropes between the pilings.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that gator is only a threat if we fall in.
No, the walkway is actually low enough to the water.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It could be a threat in other ways. Okay, so it is, let's see here, 10 plus his hit die plus his wisdom modifier. Okay, so he
We roll a
is
10 like a loser Drasilis.
10.
Shh. Drasilis and I both got nat 1s on our initiative.
And one result is very different than the other.
Hey, it's only 5 difference. I mean, come on.
Okay, so he is shaken. Oh, dang. He's going to be shaken for 2 rounds.
Okay.
Very
okay.
close to being 3 rounds.
Damn it.
I'll tell you why afterwards, so don't forget to remind me.
Okay, I won't, because that was one hell of an intimidate check.
It was. God damn it.
Can he be stirred and not shaken?
Stirred?
Hilarious.
You're so funny.
Okay.
That
Sean.
face is unimpressed.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Like a whole bag? Those are so fat.
Bag and a half.
Bag and a half? How am I gonna maintain my figure eating those that many dicks?
Oh.
So would his -2 apply to his initiative roll?
No.
Oh man, he's still before me. Shit.
Really? Oh. And you know what? It's because he's got a good modifier. He rolled a nat 1.
So did me and Dan.
Yeah,
Three
but
of
the
the
difference
party
is
rolled at once. Jesus
the difference
Christ.
is I'm still a 10.
Wait, where the hell is... Oh, okay, I don't know anymore. Where's the stat block for this? Damn it, I didn't write down the stat block for the...
Look
It's
what
Rocket
pet.
4 points.
It's
I
what?
bet he has 1 health and 4 AC.
Yes.
Yeah, go with that.
Okay, cool. I'll assume that
Um,
until told otherwise.
And he's
okay,
susceptible
cool.
to all
So
damage.
here's... I've got the stat block for the...
Can I go on ahead and monster lure the crocodile as a free action, or do I have to wait to my turn?
You have to wait till your turn.
Okay.
Nat 3.
I'm
Okay.
okay.
Initiative
yeah.
dough.
He's after me. So
Nat
yeah, you
three
guys may
modifier.
want to go on ahead and blast down this
Okay.
croc before he
So,
becomes initiative.
That's a good call.
Because
oh, you guys
you
had
know,
some shitty rolls.
Gaidrin
Yeah.
shouldn't
Yep.
shouldn't be
The
an
only
issue,
ones
but
who rolled okay were the Compy, Valerian, and Sif. We didn't even roll that well.
Okay.
Pompey rolled average.
Yeah, I rolled 1 above average.
wish the Sith had a spell. Let's see.
You can create water on the crocodile.
Okay, so it is then Sif's turn. Yeah, create water on the crocodile who's down in the
Create
river.
water here, so when Senor Dickhead takes a step forward, he slips and falls in the water.
No,
This is
I
actually
don't-
inside. It's not going to be slippery. It won't make it slippery enough for him to fall in. Same,
Okay.
it's the same as it was upstairs when you were going to do it. When they were going to do that to Giggles, it would not have made it slippery enough for him to fall. Is Sif completely out of level 1 spells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. He's had to heal all
Giggles
this
did a
time.
number on our team that encounter.
Yeah, Giggles did
That's
do a
true.
number on our
He
team.
only has like 2 or something.
He has 4.
He gets 4 per day.
Yeah, 4.
But yeah, I
yeah.
believe you're right. I thought he had
Yeah,
1
he's used up all
left.
the heals. Nope, he's used up all the heals. He used 2 on one for me, 1 for Dan.
And another one for Dan.
Oh, he
earlier.
used burning hands during one fight as well.
Yeah.
I see. I thought he had 1 more.
And
No, because he healed Dan twice.
No, he only
Darius
healed me once.
He healed you once outside and once inside.
yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's
That's-
shark.
Oh, after
That's
the
why-
shark, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we were calling him your pocket healer.
After the shark
That's
numbed
right.
you.
Yep.
So, all right. So Sif, it's your turn.
Pull out and load crossbow. That's all that I can do right now.
Okay. Compy.
Compy is just going to make mean faces at Senor Dickhead.
Okay.
He's extra shaken.
Yeah. Valerian.
Is the crocodile like under the water?
No, he's kind of swimming around. He would have cover though, because he's kind of swimming around in it.
All right. If he's got cover, then I'm not going to really deal with him right now. I'm going to shoot at Lamb.
Okay.
21, 3 damage.
That is gonna hit him for 3. Okay. Dracillus.
Trying to see how close you can get to blast him. Dan, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Helps to
Alright.
unmute. How's it
Focus,
going?
focus the gator.
I'm moving to
He's got
here.
cover.
He's got cover.
Oh, he has cover. Okay.
And I'm going to acid dart, I believe it is, Gaedren Lamm.
Okay. So that's just a 1d3.
1d6.
1d6. 1d6. Oh, that's your class ability.
Yes.
And it's range touch attack?
Yes.
Okay.
1d20 plus 3. 1d6.
Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him.
Well, if he goes unconscious, we can still.
No, because we don't have
Okay.
anything to bring him back to life.
We can drag him
22.
back with us,
Hit.
or sit down here and wait.
Yeah, yeah, we'll sit here and wait.
5 damage.
He is bloodied.
Okay.
Kneel before me.
Oh, don't worry.
Kneel before Drusilla's Astrofink.
I'm getting
Kneel
there.
before Zod! Snoochie boochies. Okay. It is his turn. He he's got a hand crossbow. And
Ooh.
the first thing that he does
Total dibs on that hand crossbow.
is he fires a crossbow
At his own head.
at his gator.
Oh, I see. The gator
Oh, getting-
doesn't do anything unless he attacked it, and now he's gonna go crazy and start attacking people. That is what he's
I believe that is going to hit his gator. Yes,
Critical
it will.
hit. Critical
Even
hit.
with the
Critical
concealment?
hit.
Yeah.
Roll to confirm.
Yeah, he
confirm.
I believe the concealment is, I think it's -4, if I remember correctly from last time. And his total roll was a 21.
Okay.
Where is?
I thought that with concealment it was a
It's just like a
percentile chance.
20%
No, I think
chance.
concealment is, but I think the way it works is for underwater combat, it's harder to hit. It's not concealment though.
We could have so taken out that.
Here you
that
go.
shark.
Attacks from land. Characters swimming, floating, or treading water on the surface or waiting chest, you have improved cover, +8 bonus to AC.
Okay.
Oh shit. Plus 8.
Oh, plus 8 is a lot.
Yeah, that actually is. Hold on.
He doesn't hit.
He doesn't.
Aha!
Yeah,
Suck
no
it,
way.
lamb.
He missed by 1.
Okay, so this is gonna get fun.
Oops, that's
All right.
not what I wanted. Right. The music switched. Oops. Alright, there we go. Wow, see, and it does not say that anywhere in here, like when it's talking about that as far as firing into at his alligator.
Cheeky bastard.
Does his alligator only start whenever he's hit, or whenever something goes on, or whenever he's targeted?
Well, you know, I don't know. Guess you'll have to
Because that
find out.
could be what it is.
Okay. And I believe it
Zip it
says.
to me, you're
Oh,
on.
wait a minute. Alligator.
I mean, because if not, then this is going to end really quickly.
Nope. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it, so. Okay. Yeah, that's his turn. So, Darius.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tanglefoot bag.
Okay.
Is that a range attack? Range touch?
It's range touch.
I believe it's ranged touch, yeah.
Because it's range touch when you like hit people with items.
Oh damn, that
Like a
was for
splash
Darius. And it probably didn't hit.
No, that does not hit him.
And as a free action, he's going to put his other hand onto his spike chain.
What? Okay.
He had his he had his spike
he
chain
throw
in
it and
one
then just
hand.
like re-grabs it.
Yeah.
The Tanglefoot bag, it's a range touch attack with a range increment of 10 feet. You
Okay,
actually
so-
can't throw it from there.
Okay, so
You'd
that's
have to
fine.
be right there to throw it at him.
Well then,
Make a mean face at him.
yeah, I can.
Oh,
keep
geez,
the
I totally
bag.
forgot that his shaken as well, his -2
Yeah.
on his attack.
I
roll.
could keep the intimidation going.
Go for it.
You could try to intimidate again, yeah.
Would it just extend the duration?
Yeah,
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to intimidate
and
again.
actually, you know what did I say, 2 rounds?
Yes.
Now see, this is round calculation, but I don't know what that means. So,
Isn't it by like every 5 it exceeds the DC? It's an extra round or something like that.
Yeah, it is. That is. He's shaken for 1 additional round.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this
Yeah, guys, I still want that hand crossbow.
right after him. So he is. Okay, so 1 out of 3. There we go. Okay. All right. It is the alligator's turn, the crocodile's turn. I don't think it does anything.
Nice. Alligator, bro.
Did we give Sif
Did you
anything?
just say alligator, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't think it does
Captured.
anything.
We captured a dire croc in my real life game, and like that everyone ended up calling him Crocodile Bro.
Ah.
Like, that was
Sif.
his name. That's ridiculous.
Oh. No, he still has the negative to throw it. Damn it. He has an acid flask.
Oh yeah, that's a long way to throw it.
That's a. I believe it's also a
Yeah.
10-foot.
I really don't want to kill Lamb, and he's already bloodied.
If I hit
Sif,
him, I'll do it.
You're Sif. You're not Darius.
Yeah, I know.
Just shoot.
Yeah, Sif is gonna shoot at him. He has a. Is this -3 that you have on his character sheet with his -4
Should be.
thrown in,
Why -4?
or -2 because of his burnt?
Yes, that has it built in.
Okay, so
Yeah, the
20,
-3
-2.
because his dex is +2, and then he takes the -4 for being burnt. Miss.
Sif, just after the battle ends and everything's safe, Sif should just fall in and get eaten by the crocodile as a way to kill off his character.
Or
Guys,
Darius.
come on, high
Darius-
five.
Have to kill. You don't have to kill. The other guy could play Sif.
No, he
Nah,
was.
he
No,
really
he wants.
wants
He
to
wants.
roll.
He wants to build a black-blooded oracle.
And besides, I don't know, it feels uncool making someone play someone else's character.
That happens. All right, Compy.
Compy moves to Dracillus.
Okay, Valerian.
Eat faces.
Okay,
I have a way of getting rid of Sif.
Valerian's
Okay, cool.
gonna shoot him. Oops! What just happened? Jesus!
Oops, I
I just
crapped
like
my pants.
accidentally went back through like 50 pages. One
Ah.
second.
You're no longer in.
I know.
Don't.
He said that.
Don't kill
That's
him.
why he was oopsing.
As long as he goes negative, it's okay. But don't kill him.
I don't think I'll be able to kill
Because
him.
I know what Darius wants to do.
No,
Okay.
there's a lot of things that Darius wants to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again. 23.
Hit.
Over 8 damage. Back
Big
there.
damage.
Please let him still be up. Please let him still be up. Please let him still be up. Damn it. Are we out of combat now?
Yes.
Okay, Darius
Zip,
is going to walk
heal
over
check him.
and Darius is going to manacle him
Okay.
and he'll check him. Okay,
To try. Oh, to stabilize him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darius wants this fucker alive.
Yeah. Make sure he doesn't die. What's in this room?
Hey, you go first. I'll watch your back.
Alright.
I'm sure
You
nothing's in
stabilize him.
I stabilize him?
A 15 will stabilize. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So well, what are you planning on doing with him?
Right now,
Good.
I wanted to wake up.
You want him to
He
wake
has,
up,
He has manacles on,
right?
so I'm waiting for him to wake up. I'm just going to drag his ass around until he wakes up. But right now, I'm going to time to something to
Don't
hold him there
drag-
if he does wake up.
Don't drag him
Don't
outside.
drag
of
him
this-
around.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, I'm going to time up to whatever he's behind with my rope.
Okay, so he's tied up and everything, but he's stabilized, but he's not regaining hit points. He's not just gonna wake up.
Yeah, I know.
magically or
Oh, I
something.
know. But Darius wants him alive right now. There are things that Darius wants to do with him. Until
he
then,
regains his level in hit points every day.
Yeah, we just
So we
can't
could just wait like 4 days for him to wake up.
That's true.
or we could wait tomorrow and have our pocket healer heal him.
Okay.
True.
So, I know how we can do this.
Sean,
All
you
right.
doing loot?
Oh yeah, I'll do loot again.
All right. So this foul-smelling room seems to be a combination bedroom and study. A wooden bed with a lumpy mattress stands against the east wall. while a round table heaped with dirty plates, bread crusts, stained goblets, fruit rinds, and scuttling cockroaches sits nearby. At the foot of the bed sits a large, strong box, a slightly rusted lock securing its lid. A sagging dresser filled with moth-eaten clothes well past their glory days is in one corner, and what appears to be a wooden hat box surrounded by a small cloud of flies sits atop this dresser. So I assume first you guys are going to check him.
Yes.
Okay. He has a masterwork dagger and a masterwork hand crossbow
I still want that hand crossbow.
with 10 bolts. He also has a key ring with a bunch of keys on it.
I point out, hey guys, there was furniture upstairs that was probably key locked, so we will need to remember to check it on the way out.
I nod.
Okay. Let me see real quick.
I opened the hat
Okay,
box.
tell you what. Because you mentioned it, I didn't say anything because you guys didn't mention it last time. The keys that you had, they were in the first room with hook shanks. They open a cabinet with 6 small pouches containing 4 of them contain 50 copper. So there's 200 copper. The 2 remaining pouches contain 50 silver each. So there's 200 copper, 100 silver total.
You
From the
guys
pouches
can
from
split that.
upstairs.
You guys can split that among yourselves. Darius's focuses lamb.
Okay. So
What's in the hat box?
let's see here.
If it smells delicious, my coffee's probably trying to eat it. But...
Okay, you open the hat box. Give me a. Let's see here.
Fort save.
A heal check, and a knowledge local check.
Cool. Is it concerning Corvosa?
Yes.
Okay. So I can make it untrained with an extra +2. My int is. So it's a d20 +4. So this is my knowledge local check.
Okay. And a heal check.
And this is my heal check.
Okay.
What
You
the hell?
open the hat box and you see something very startling.
But it's a head.
It is a severed head.
Yes.
It is the severed head of Zalara. And you are able to determine that this head has been dead for weeks.
Wasn't Zalara the chick who did who had the job
Yes.
for us?
She was.
Yes.
Underneath
that we
the
just
head.
left.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Oh,
20,
fuck.
30 minutes ago in game.
a few hours
Yeah.
ago in game time. Yeah.
But still. that's
Underneath the head is her harrow deck.
Ah, shit. I take her hero deck.
I say, oh god, what was it? She told me something. Oh, that's Sif's. I don't know. It was something along the lines, the deals we make with people under our...
Well, let's
There's
look
like-
at the adventure log on Obsidian Portal because I have notes about your harrow readings.
Alright. Well, it
Um,
wasn't the hero reading, I think it was my knowledge of the twins or the card that I got.
Oh, it was your roll card.
Yeah.
It was the
come
Demon's
show-
Lantern or the Cricket? No, it was the Demon's
no.
Lantern.
No, it was the come show up at my house card. I rolled because we got the twins on Sif. I
Oh,
think. We
oh,
got the-
right. You had the Locksmith.
no,
I
twins.
had the Locksmith.
Traveler.
Oh, you had no, wait. Okay, who's talking?
Dan is talking.
Okay, so Dan, you had the. I don't recognize your guys' voices yet. Shut up.
That's fine.
You had the Foreign Trader.
Yes, and deals made under that card are good, but they also have unintended consequences that we're not really sure what it's going to be. I think it's-
Let me pull it up here real quick. Harrow deck.
Jesus. I just accidentally turned the volume up super loud.
Oh,
That
man.
was- that was
I feel like
painful.
I farted.
You farted.
I did. It smells bad
I knew
too.
it. I knew it.
Okay, the Foreign Trader. That was. Here we go. The foreign traders, the card of spies and peddlers. Any who trade in information are subject to this card's influence. A bargain made under this card's auspice always concludes true, but the ramifications of the pact might be shocking for those who do not understand its implications.
I think that fits perfectly what happened. Yeah, because she said we were going to find Gaedren Lamm here, but turns out she's dead, so there's something more going on. All right.
Interesting.
So
Okay. So continuing.
Sif, can you detect the magic-y on the cards?
I will. I'll detect magic. This is Darius.
There is a very strong magical aura coming from the cards. It's a moderate divination aura.
Darius still wants these cards because Darius has Harrowed too.
Okay.
Yeah, Darius has a lot of interest in these cards.
I do not do divination magic, Sister Silas. They're of no use to me.
So can Sif do spellcraft to figure out what's going on?
What do you mean with what?
With the Harrow cards to see what type of divination magic they have under them. He's just trying to identify the magic item.
The deck itself is magical.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I want to know what it does.
Let's see here.
It works when you're dead.
Damn it.
You're not able to identify exactly, what it is that's magical about it. That's what it does, why it's magical.
don't draw any cards from it.
Perhaps someone else would know.
Deck of many things. The deck of many things.
Yeah, don't draw anything from it.
Alright, so,
totally a deck of many things.
So we can't spellcraft check it to determine what it does?
Not on this, no.
Okay, I was just checking. Alright.
Okay.
No, I can actually. I was gonna say no, and then now I'm looking at it, and no, you will not be able to succeed on a spellcraft check on it.
Okay.
This must be
I can roll a 28. Yeah.
You cannot succeed.
Wow.
It might be some sort of aura that
Ancient
I'm not
magic.
familiar with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at the lockbox thing.
Okay, I need a disable device check.
I asked for the. Do we have any keys from upstairs or anything?
I have Gaedren Lamm's key ring.
It'll open with the keys.
Yeah, I have keys.
All right, let's try the keys.
Okay, so the keys open it up, and you see a narrow teak cigar case inlaid with tiny bits of jade, worth 25 gold pieces.
Woo!
There's a 2-pound gold ingot bearing the Cheliax's coat of arms. And I'll just give you guys the values on these, worth 100 gold pieces. There is because I'm assuming most of the treasure here you're going to sell and pray. I'm not worried, like appraise and house a miniature gold crown worth 350 gold.
Ooh.
I asked if we should keep that for either copy or my penis.
No.
It's miniature, not tiny. A fist-sized scrimshaw carving. Let's see, of a kraken with garnet eyes, worth 200 gold.
Seth.
There's a silver ring worth 150 gold. It has an inscription on it. It says, "For Emma, the light in my nights." You do not detect magic on any of the items in here.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because I detected magic from above, and you had to check on the masterwork.
Yep.
Okay.
There's an ivy figurine, highly realistic and highly scandalous, of 2 entwined succubi, worth 450 gold.
Ooh, not gross.
A single masterwork shuriken.
One. Nice.
There's an adamantine arrowhead. I don't have
the arrowhead?
Yeah, I don't have prices on either of those.
Mm.
So whatever.
I might take that and make it into a regular arrow, so I have one adamantine arrow.
Yeah, one. There's an Abalone shell holy symbol. There's a holy symbol of Shellin, Shelyn, worth 300 gold.
Wow.
There's a tiny glass tube with an oil in it. I would need a spellcraft check to identify the oil. Is that what that is?
No, that's my intimidate check at Sif.
Oh, Jesus, you two.
You two, it's the same person.
I know, or you.
Spellcraft?
Spellcraft to identify the oil.
I'm having fun.
It is a dose of oil of keen edge.
Ooh.
We've gotten some neat shit.
Ooh.
There is let's see here, an obsidian wand of some sort.
Spellcraft check? Spellcraft check?
Sure.
Drasilis?
I'm doing it. Hang on. Oh.
So let's go. Go.
Alright, so
Go
I
on,
guess detect
Drasilis.
magic would have detected a magical wand.
Okay, well then yeah, I'll use detect magic, but...
Oh, that's
Yep.
mine.
Okay. This is a wand of magic missile with 23 charges remaining.
Holla at
Oh,
your boy!
That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's totally going to Drasilis.
There
Yeah, now he has
is
2 wands with a total of 50 charges exactly.
No, I didn't take the other one.
I have the other one.
there is
Yeah,
a crystalline vial that contains a dose of something in it. I believe. Yeah, a spellcraft check to identify that.
Okay.
If
Nice.
it's
The
yellow,
spellcraft
I see
train
that he's up.
rolling.
I'm gonna say it's probably anti-venom for the train spiders or some shit. 23.
Okay. This is a dose of silver sheen.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough.
The blades that are made out of silver sheen are counted as alchemical silver weapons and immune to rust. They are always considered masterwork items. The masterwork cost is included. A blade made of silver sheen has its price increased by 750 gold. So that's not necessarily the oil, but that's like actual silver sheen.
So, not as oil. Okay, because we can't take that oil and put it on a common weapon and then sell that weapon for 700.
Right. Let me see if I can.
Hey man, you gotta think.
Yeah.
So it's like
Hey.
it's like metal you would use to remake your weapon as a silver sheen weapon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much an oil of silver sheen would go for. It would make your weapon masterwork, though. If you poured it on a weapon, it would make it masterwork. The vial itself is actually worth 50 gold.
Wait, wait. So you pour it on your weapon and it permanently becomes silver and masterwork?
No, it's not going to change the material, but it would make it masterwork. Just because I'm saying that it would.
Interesting.
It will not make it an alchemical silver weapon. You know what? It won't make it made out of silver, but it would. The oil would apply the silver sheen quality to it. So for purposes of DR, it would make it. It would bypass anything that alchemical silver.
And that's permanently.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take it.
Cool.
Yeah, why not? It'll essentially make your weapon act like a masterwork silver weapon. Because of the stuff that he has, I'll say yes, it will do that because of this. So it's basically his lambs would go out and pickpocket and steal shit, and the really nice shit he kept in here. That's why everything is worth so much.
Gotcha.
And the last thing you see is a bejeweled brooch with a broken clasp. Give me a. Does anyone have knowledge nobility?
I think that I do. Let me check.
Anyone
Knowledge-
from Corvosa can make this knowledge nobility check as well.
I
Does
don't.
knowledge to engineering count?
Nope.
Oh, look at this. I have a +8 and I'm from Corvosa. Watch me not want it. Nope, 20.
Okay. This brooch is obviously the most valuable object in the entire collection.
Ka-ching!
You are not sure how much it is worth, but it's not hard to know that it is worth more than it's almost worth more than everything combined. I mean, it's a circular gold brooch, depicts a pseudo dragon and an imp coiled around each other. kind of in an almost yin-yang pattern. The pseudo-dragon's eye is an amethyst, the imp's eye is an emerald. You know that this belongs to Queen Iliosa.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Whoever's holding, I say, don't lose that. Don't drop it. That's the queen's. We're
I want to
getting
hold it.
paid.
I still want to hold it.
No, I think it's Valerian's holding it. I think he should hold it.
Fair enough.
So Valerian, you need to
All
get
right.
that queen.
Okay. Now,
Valerian will pocket it safely.
you want Gaedrin to come too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Someone did mention this, so you guys can, if you would like, rest overnight here.
I think that's probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Should we dispose of the croc while we are here?
Honestly, in character, it didn't seem like he was much of a threat based on the fact that Lamb was trying to shoot him. It seemed like he just sat here, and then Lamb had to sort of attack him to get him to do anything. Honestly, I'm not sure he'll be a threat, but if you guys want, we can try to.
Well, I
we
just
could
worry
always-
like while we're sleeping, he crawls up on the ground.
We could always just set up a watch.
You could do that.
I'll tell you this. You guys basically hit the nail on the head. The crocodile was not going to attack unless it was enraged, such as being shot by Gaedrin.
Okay.
And so it says particularly if it is enraged, he will bellow and snap at anyone within 5 feet of the edge of the pool. He has to make a climb check to clamber up high enough to bite at someone, and even then, whoever he's biting at gets cover.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Or
Alright.
gets a +2 AC, for their cover. So,
So for now, he's just chilling. He doesn't
yep,
really do
he
anything.
won't do anything. So,
Cool.
okay,
So
so
he
you
is
guys,
he is an alligator, bro.
it's crocodile.
Yep.
Crocodile, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys rest overnight here.
Can I take some time to make my weapon silver?
You can douse your weapon with the oil, sure.
Does anyone care if I use the silver weapon on my sword?
Please do.
Is it permanently changed the weapon? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I asked like 5 times because I wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
I want the hand.
didn't waste
I want the hand crossball
That's fine by me.
You got it.
because
Bud.
I have a proficiency with it.
Oh, here's
Yeah,
send
where's the
out-
link?
Yeah, 1 second. I was just about to send that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I assume
oil,
that
the oil of keen edge,
Uh-huh.
it makes a weapon magically keen, improving its ability to deal blows. This transmutation doubles the threat range of the weapon. So a threat range, the crit threat range. So a crit threat of 20 becomes a 19-20. 19-20 becomes a 17-20.
Yeah.
And an 18 to
So-
20 becomes a 15 to 20.
Hey, Toomey.
Shit.
This
Two.
can only be cast or used on piercing and slashing weapons.
Oh shit.
If
Hey,
it's on,
Toomey.
shut up. If it's on arrows or bolts, the keen edge on a particular projectile ends after 1 use, whether or not the missile strikes its intended target. So, yeah,
so it's just an oil, so it applies once, and once you hit, that's it.
it makes a weapon magically keen. Yeah, the spell. Well, hold on. It says the spell itself lasts 10 minutes per level.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a level 3 spell. So it would last for 30 minutes. Likewise,
Okay.
let me look at the Silver Sheen spell then, because Silver Sheen is actually a spell. No, it's not. Sorry, Silver Sheen is
It's just a special material.
it's a wondrous item.
It seems to me, I don't want to, as much as I really would like my weapon to be silver sheen, it seems to me like I would take this to a blacksmith and say, hey, can you use this silver sheen to reforge my weapon? Rather than applying it. I don't know that that's
we
actually how
go.
it works.
The
but-
shimmering paste-like substance can be applied to a weapon as a standard action. It gives the weapon the properties of alchemical silver for 1 hour, replacing the
okay.
properties of any other special material it might have. So if like you have an adamantine, it would become silver instead of adamantine. Once it wears off after an hour, it will no longer. It doesn't say, but I'm going to say it will no longer cease to be adamantine. Oh no, it would, because so it'll replace the properties of whatever you have, and then it'll go back to that because the magical one. So it is Silver Sheen is worth 250 gold, and it will last for 1 hour. So I did find it.
Okay. Yeah, I would still like to add that for my weapon.
So that vial and the silver sheen is worth 300 total, because the vial's worth 50 on its own.
Okay.
Hand crossbows deal 1d6, I believe.
Might be 1d4.
Yeah, it could be 1d4.
And it looks like we've got a viewer. Welcome to the stream. I don't see a name, but thank you very much for joining. The other viewers that you see, that Thack Attack, Tommy Time, and Jay Reacher are the players.
It is 1d4.
So they are only in chat. They are not watching the video because they said they're not, and they're trustworthy fellas.
We are trustworthy fellas.
Ish.
I'm gonna take the adamantine arrowhead if no one objects to that either.
Yeah,
Did you post the link to the stuffs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I did. I posted it in Skype.
Sorry, no, you weren't talking to me.
I do not see it in Skype.
So
I have it open.
it's there.
It's there.
So we're also, you can follow along with our adventure there. That is our Obsidian portal. It's our home base for our adventure. That you can see all about everything that's happened and what's gone on so far. So
It's not on Skype, man.
It absolutely
I
is
didn't
there.
post it in Skype. I see it in
Yeah.
Skype.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up for me.
Oh, that's
Are
weird.
you not scrolled down all the way?
I am. Scroll down all the way. Last thing I see is my Imager link.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff after that. Oh no, yeah, just that.
Oh, I see it.
Sending it.
Oh, that's weird, because yes, as of 8. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, weird.
How about that?
Nope, not seeing it.
Weird.
All I see is something from 9 o'clock.
I think you're not
Yeah.
scrolled down all the way. I think you're bad.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
No, I'm
Try-
definitely
try-
scrolled down all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I see it.
And I really hope I don't
There.
get caught with the Queen's brooch.
See,
Thank
that's
you.
why I wanted it, because I don't give a shit if I'm caught.
Okay, so as you guys are sorting through that, everyone rests overnight, so you all gain 1 hit point for resting,
Oh, yeah.
as well as getting spells back.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
And Gaedren wakes up in the morning.
Oh, he does?
He does. I'll tell you this: Gaedren is actually a level 6 character.
Oh.
But because he is old and decrepit, it's basically his age has all but crippled him. So he had
Okay.
11 HP, 11 AC. But just because of his age, but he is a expert 4 rogue 2. It says. So he's a level 6 character. His hit points is 6d6 minus 12. So he actually gained 6 hit points overnight. He was at -5. So he, wakes up in the morning with 1 hit point,
I'm gonna ask Sif for some healing in the morning.
tied up and everything.
So as he wakes up, I'm going to look at him and say, "Greetings, Gaedrin."
What the hell? How many? What's Sif's HP total? Is it 9? Well,
I
yeah,
have no idea.
it's set to HP, and so why is that not? What the hell are you guys? Okay, that's really weird. Why it's set that bar is HP? I don't know what you're doing when he's taking damage, but
He hasn't taken damage yet.
why is he down to 3?
Oh, he took the 6 fall damage.
Yeah, so he's at 3
I
out
just
of
did
9.
I just did -6.
Yeah, that's really weird. Okay. All right. So Gaedren wakes up.
I look at him and I say, "Greetings, Gaedrin."
He just kind of spits at you. Oh. What do you want? Just finish me.
Oh, don't worry. It's coming soon. But first, my companions here have some questions they would like to ask. Drasilis?
What are you gonna ask for me? Out of character, I said.
What?
Out of
no.
character, I asked you to
Yeah.
ask for me.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Why are you asking me to say them?
Because he's making you ask.
This is Darius. Darius wants you to have a backbone.
I have a backbone. I was just thinking you'd be more efficient at it.
Oh, don't worry. If you can't say it correctly, then Darius will end up doing it for you. But Darius wants you to ask.
Where'd you get the ring, Gaedren?
The
I found a ring at a merchant. The merchant said it was from.
the silver the silver ring.
Yes.
He says, "Oh yes, yes. I thought you might recognize that." And that's really all he says in response.
Did you
He asked where you got
bring
it,
us here?
Gaedren.
He doesn't respond to you.
Were you the one that sent for us?
Sent for you.
Yes, through Zalara.
Ah, Zalara. Yes, I remember her. Such beautiful eyes and silky hair. I couldn't bear to feed them to my pet.
It's weird and gross.
Is there anyone else I need to kill for killing my parents, or just you?
He said, well, I didn't kill your parents. That would be Hookshanks who was responsible for that, and I suspect you've already dealt with him.
Yep. All right. I'm done. Thanks. Back to you, Darius. At the weather
Valerian,
desk.
do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, Valerian's going to take the dagger that we got from him, from Gaedrin, and he's going to sort of walk over and kneel next to him and just sort of like flip the dagger in his hands and say, "So, why'd you kill her? Or why did you have Hookshanks kill her, I should say?"
Just business. Business is all.
Business, right? Well, I mean, I'm in the business.
Look, the girl was poking her nose around and she saw something she shouldn't have.
You know, we were
She
leaving.
had to be dealt with.
We were leaving. That day, in fact. That's why she was there. And you killed her anyway. She wouldn't have been any trouble to you anymore. And you killed her anyway.
Just business, my boy.
He's just going to sigh at this, and he's going to take the dagger and just sort of slam it down next to his head because he doesn't want to kill him, but he's really pissed off at him. And then he's going to get up and walk away.
He's just sitting there the whole time, kind of smirking at what's going on. I mean, he's giving you guys the information. He knows that, he knows he's about to be killed. Basically, I mean, he's old and decrepit anyways. I mean, it's kind of a surprise that he's lasted this long, but he's not stupid. He knows what's coming, and so he's giving you guys the information, but obviously he's doing it in an antagonizing fashion just to kind of piss you guys off one more time before you kill him. So you slam it down, and he just kind of chuckles at you.
Now, what kind of position
Spike,
is he?
sorry,
is he in
Spike
now?
799. Welcome.
Oh, hey, you're about to watch a quite wonderfully committed execution.
And I'm getting props for doing voices. So suck it, guys. I did some
Hey.
awesome voices the other night. They're doing okay, but mine are better. I did some
Okay.
awesome voices the other night. It was pretty cool.
So, at this, what kind of position is he in at this point?
He was lying on the ground because he was unconscious. You tied him up, and he's manacled and tied up, so he's kind of was able to prop himself up. He's just sitting down on the ground though, kind of leaning
Okay.
against one of the tables.
I will at this point untie him, and essentially like force him onto his knees,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Bow your head before me."
And he says, "I'd rather see it coming."
I command him to bow.
You're gonna use your command.
Yes.
Okay. He bows.
I take his hand crossbow and I say, "For all of the heinous crimes you have committed, I hereby sentence thee to death. May Belphegor torture your soul." And I will put around right in the back of his head. Not around, but a bolt.
Right. All right.
And at this point, I will before we leave, I'm going to toss his body to the alligator.
Sorry, I was laughing at what Spike said. He played a French duelist and spoke in a terrible French accent for like 2 months. So yeah, I don't know if you heard, but yeah, Jay Reacher is Dracillus, Thack Attack is Falarian, and Toomey Time is actually playing Darius and Sif, because the person who is playing Sif unfortunately is not going to be joining us. And you didn't give Sif his extra HP for sleeping overnight.
Oh, well, sorry.
Did anyone else take their HP, their hit point?
I did.
I didn't need it, but
I did. I just
did.
forgot to give Sif his.
Okay, so you toss Senior Dickhead's body down into to Gobblegut, the alligator, and he gobbles him up, and from what you can tell, with great pleasure, because obviously because of the way that he was treated. So during combat, if it came to it, like even if Gaedren approached the edge of the pool, there's a chance that the alligator would have attacked him. Who would randomly attack anyone who was available, even if it was him. As the old man's treatment of Gobblegut has hardly been kind over the year. So he would have attacked you, tried to pull you down into the water. Anyone the alligator successfully grabs is automatically pulled down in the water below.
Yeah. On the way out, I'm also going to put my hand onto the wall and brand the symbol of Belphegor onto the wall.
Okay.
Before we leave, Valerian's going to ask Sif for some healing because he's still hurting from the day before.
Yeah, Sif is going to go on ahead and toss out heals to both himself and to
Okay.
Valerian.
So give me 2 Cure Light Wounds rolls. First one will be for Sif, second one for Valerian.
So that's 1d8 plus Wisdom modifier?
+1, plus your cast level.
Yeah.
Oh, cast level.
Cast level, yeah.
Yep.
Let's change this to Sif. That's for Sifs.
Yep. And
And
max
there you
for Valerian. Okay, so Valerian is fully healed up. Okay, so now he's
Boom.
down there and he's dead.
He's getting eaten.
Yep. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, you know what? Let's there you go. Nom, 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 nom.
It's important. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You just slap him with his tail a little bit. So, okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to go back to... Whoops. I should probably put myself on here. So we're going to go back to here. So as you guys exit the fishery, I need to know what you guys would like to do, or where you would like to go. I'm going to move you guys all the way out here.
Okay. First things first, we should probably find some form of orphanage for the kids.
You do. That's fine.
Okay.
Darius wants to go and look for Zalara.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. We should go back to that house and see what's in there now.
Okay.
Definitely.
So we can either. So the 2 options are: we go to her house, or we go to see the queen, or we do both, one after the other. So
I would not think it's a good idea to return the queen's amulet.
I think it would be a great idea. I'll do it without you. Don't want to go.
Not yet, and it's not. And you gave
Corvosa
it to.
is not lenient on criminals, and I don't know that they would consider
Who is
us anything
from
but.
Corvosa? Is it Valerian or Darius?
I am.
Dracillus.
Or Dracillus, I mean.
Dracillus is.
And
We all are, I think, except Sif.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were. I didn't think Valerian. Oh no, Valerian is.
Yep.
Oh, Darius was originally, and he left and came back. And what? Oh, Dracillus was originally, and then you like grew up in the mountains after your parents were murdered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just got back.
Okay, so who's saying return it and who's saying don't?
Dracillus
Valerian
is
is
saying
saying
return it.
not returning it.
Valerian says don't.
Darius says don't.
Darius says
Dracillus
don't.
says do.
Okay.
And I'm willing to do it without you. Like, I'll go by myself.
Well,
But you
Valerian
gave
has it right now, and he's not going to
gave
just give it to you.
Yeah, you gave it to Valerian.
Well, if you're afraid of the repercussions, I'll face them on my own.
All right, we'll see what
He's not going to let you face the repercussions.
we'll see what happens.
Darius wants it for other reasons.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you guys to here right now.
Okay.
Now, and for the
Better hope you
viewers,
don't get caught with it.
Well, no, Valerian has taken pains to hide it on his person.
Yeah,
But
but if we could search by
we should not
car.
just walk up to the castle and say, "Hey, we found the Queen's amulet."
Search me.
Yeah, it's
okay. So we're going to. So this is going to be interesting for the viewers. So foreshadowing, because you guys can't hear the music. Okay,
We can't.
so
I think, can we have this discussion? Because I'd still like to talk about this.
okay,
Well, I suppose we could have it on the way back. Sure.
Yeah.
I guess we could have a
Well,
conversation.
I don't know. He might. The DM might want to do something to us, so I just want to have it before we leave. Is that fine?
it's up to you guys.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I just don't want to be talking in the middle of a conversation. All of a sudden.
No, that's fine. It's up to you guys when you want to have the conversation.
Okay. I think the Queen would be most welcoming of having her property returned to her. We can always say Gaedren Lamm had it and we defeated him. He's been a notorious criminal in the town. I think
And
we have to
how are we going to prove that?
prove what?
That we killed Gaedrin and took it.
We could just take
First of all, murder is a crime,
Damn it! Didn't take a trophy.
and second of all, we have no proof that we actually defeated him and took it, and that's where we got it.
I look at Yargan and point.
Is Yargan still alive?
Yeah, and manacled.
Nope.
No, he's not. He's definitely dead.
No, I didn't. After I realized that we couldn't bring him back alive, I slit his throat.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I managed to clean up everyone.
Yeah, he slit both of their throats, Yargan and Hookshanks.
Oh, and I meant to slit Giggle's throat. I just forgot to.
Okay.
Well, I think that's pretty stupid.
So murder's a crime, and Corvosa has very strict punishments.
Then you might as well throw that into the river because you're never going to be able to do
It's
it.
still useful, just not in returning it to the Queen.
But
We
there's
might
also
be able to return it to the Queen, but I want to find out more about it before we just march up to the castle with it.
okay. All I'm saying is there's also risk involved. If you're carrying it around and you're not on your way to see the Queen, then you are the one that stole it, and you have to prove it. You didn't.
I understand that.
Okay.
Valerian accepts that risk, but he thinks that going to the castle is far riskier.
Valerian is making the correct decision here.
No, he's not.
I support his judgment.
Yeah, and Valerian is gonna. It's worth noting Valerian's gonna take pains to hide that someplace where it would be harder to find. It's not just gonna be like sitting in his pocket.
Like
Who has the best sleight of hand skill?
Actually, probably me, because none of us have it trained.
It's
Unless-
it's high dex. It's a dex-based skill. So
Oh, if it's actually skill, then yeah, him, because I have a +3 and he has a +4.
Yeah,
well, if it comes to having to hide it, that's going to be the best way to do it is with a sleight of hand.
Okay.
You cannot make sleight of hand untrained.
you can't.
That's what it says. Nope.
Maybe we should leave it somewhere where we know where it is.
That's actually
where
not
we
bad.
know where places are. We know where Zalara's house is, and we know where this is.
We could always bury it here.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna come looking for it? And if we hide it well enough, who's
Well-
gonna find it?
I'm sure someone will come through here eventually.
Eventually, but I think if we hide it, we could be okay.
Well,
I detect magic on the amulet.
there's none.
It's not magical.
Okay.
Um,
I say
They
say
have
that
no idea what's going on right
if
now.
we bury it, there shouldn't be Avengers coming through here with a shovel. We can just bury it here.
They can't hear me right now because I muted my
detect
Skype.
through
but you
magical
can.
means, and we can
So,
just
Obviously,
hide
they're in
it here
chat, so I
a
didn't
hole
want to say it in
until we
chat.
find
But
it.
yeah,
I tell Valerian.
you're right. There are
well,
some more pressing
that might
issues.
work, but remember, dumbass over there put his personal brand on the wall, so drawing it back to us probably is pretty easy if they do find
Yeah,
it.
but if we hide it, I think
Right,
we'll
but I'm just saying if they do find it, they'll know it's probably us or him.
well, they'll know it's probably him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's your god symbol, right? Not yours.
It's actually it's not quite my god's. It's the
not his
demon
god.
that gave me power.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's-
it's much more
it's-
personalized. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
It's not the symbol of Zon Kuthan.
No, it's the symbol of Belphegor, which, you know, it would take a decently higher knowledge religion check to
Yeah.
find, but even then, it's just a demon prince.
Right.
But probably
Most
matches
people
up
are not
giant
going to
ones
know,
on
are not going to recognize that symbol.
Yeah, it's you have to have personal experience with the symbol, or like bring in a cleric to recognize it. So
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Well, sure, the kingdom doesn't have clerics, you know. They see
well,
all
I mean,
the-
they're not going to launch a.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
They are when they see 3 dead bodies with their throats slit.
are they? Why?
We could always
Because you said murder is a crime.
We could
Yeah,
always.
but
throw
why
them-
are they going to bring
throw
a
them to
cleric?
the shark?
The guards will show up, but why would a cleric show up?
They'll bring a cleric because they'll be like, "What's this mean?"
We could
I
always.
don't think. I think
we
you're
could always
assuming a
throw them-
lot of
We
intelligence.
could always throw them to the sharks.
Yeah, because and to them, the symbol is just a symbol. It's not a religious symbol. It's just a symbol. It doesn't mean anything because they don't know what it means. So unless a cleric comes in with them and recognizes it offhand, I think the chances are slim. And even if they do, and they do recognize it, they'll then have to associate it with Darius, know who Darius is, and track him down. I think you're assuming a lot of circumstances to lead it back to us. It's not ideal that he left his symbol on there, but I don't think it's as dangerous as you think it is.
All right, just be ready for the big fat "I told you so."
Okay. Yeah, Valerian's gonna wrap it in like a sack or a bag. Like take one of the sacks of money we got, and pour the money all together, and then put it in the sack to like protect it a little bit, and then bury it and mark it in some fashion. Preferably like a little bit out of the way, like maybe almost underneath the building because it's on stilts, right? So like right next to one of the stilts that you can access or
Okay.
something. Some way that it'll be a little out of the way, but it'll be easy to come back and find.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll write that down.
Oh, I meant to ask, the little skiffs that were on the map, are they floating in good shape, or are they pretty much shit?
They're in decent enough shape. They're not. They wouldn't go far, but they're in decent enough shape.
Okay, just something to know.
Okay. Alrighty. So. Here. Oops.
So yeah, we're making our way back to what's her face's Zalara's house, or what was supposedly Zalara's house.
Which we can now have for 2 years.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, who knows what it was before?
Okay. So, as you guys, as you exit the fishery, it quickly becomes apparent that something terrible has happened.
To what?
The city.
The city. Oh,
Corvosa is in flames. There is smoke on the horizon. You hear the frantic clang of alarm bells.
I'm going to run back and grab the amulet in case the fishery burns down.
With a multifarious cacophony of screams. Alright, so you have the amulet.
I'm putting it back on my person. I don't want it to burn down on
Big
top of
clash
it.
of steel on steel, moans, and even the periodic detonation of arcane power. Overhead, you see a wing of the Sable Company Griffin Riders swoop by, angling toward Castle Corvosa at a breakneck pace. One of the badly wounded mounts is raining blood down on the street around you guys before it finally succumbs to its injuries and it crashes headlong into a statue, taking its rider with it in a bone-crunching demise. The others in flight don't even pause to check on their fallen ally. They just continue heading towards the castle. Amid the chaos, the voice of a Corvosan herald cuts through the din. "The king is dead! Long live the queen!" Only to be shouted you hear now by the ragged cries of "Hang the queen!" and "The usurper whore must die!" So, it is clear that the city is descending very quickly into anarchy. And as you guys begin to make your way back towards Zalara's house, a man comes around the corner and he's shouting prophecies. "The eye of Grotus has turned from the boneyard to look upon Corvosa!" And other mad things. "If history is to change, let it change. If the world is to be destroyed, so be it. And he turns and he looks right at Darius. And he says, You! I have seen you in a dream, and that my nearing death during a time of great sickness and peril during Corvosa's darkest hour will usher in a new age of writhing doom. And he charges at you.
What a jerk!
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I get on my hands and knees behind Darius.
What is your CMD?
My CMD?
Yes.
Damn, I don't know this one yet. My CMD is 13.
Okay. So you are able to just barely step out of the way. You see him charging, and you hear him screaming first, and you're like, "What the hell?"
I was tempted to command him to halt.
He kind of catches you by surprise, like the moment he charges at you.
Okay, fair enough.
But you are able to just barely step out of the way, and he goes diving kind of into some boxes and crates and whatnot, and you guys are able to move past him.
No, I'm walking towards him.
You're walking towards him. He's
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he still
Okay.
has a throat that can be slit, apparently.
Apparently.
No.
Okay.
I'm branding. I'm going to brand his face with the symbol of Belphegor,
All right. You brand him. Awesome.
and I'll say, "Let hell rain upon you, filth," and then I'll spit on him and then walk away.
I look at Valerian and I say, "This is the guy that you're going to side with on the necklace thing?"
Look, just because he's crazy doesn't mean he's necessarily wrong about everything. But he is right that if you keep branding everyone, it's going to become a lot more conspicuous.
I look over and I said,
If he
"It'll
made
wear
the
off."
CMB, Darius would have been afflicted
We'll
with
see.
a disease. Not
Although right now,
a pleasant
I don't think
one.
there's going to be any guard investigating Gaedren
1d4
Lamm anytime in
charisma,
the near
1d4
future.
constitution
No,
damage
probably not.
per day, with
But,
an incubation
once
period
again,
of
I
1 day.
completely agree.
I was really
Necklace.
hoping I'd hit that disease
Let
roll.
us move
for
on.
that CMB. Okay, so as you guys are traveling through the city, or traveling back along, so you guys, that's weird. Okay, so this is the map. You guys all see that?
Yep.
Okay, you're heading down from the Old Fishery to Zalara's home.
Yep.
Read what Spike said. That's awesome.
It's like almost the wet
Yeah.
bandits.
That is so
Wet
awesome.
bandit.
That is the perfect. That's
You're just like the wet bandits. Jimmy.
oh,
Thank
that's
you, Spike. And I
that's
don't-
going in the adventure log right up. That totally is.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
It'd be a
I'll
lot
be,
more funny
I'll
to
be,
get
I'll be
arrested
one of the
for
wet
killing
bandits.
guys.
Okay, so the group they're heading from the Old Fishery back to Zalara's home down that alley that you see, not the main street but the alley. Okay, you come across that first red X, and that's just a gigantic mob. Okay, there's too many people for you to pass by. It kind of forces you out onto the main street. Okay. Heading down the main street, that darker X it's a bit of a smaller mob. Okay, and they've got a man actually surrounded, and they're shouting at him, "Die, dandy!" And other people are "Death to the whore queen!" And they're shouting that and everything. But let me see here. I believe, yeah. Well, oops. I need your guys' characters first. Okay, so we're gonna put you guys on this page, and so this is what you see. They're just kind of surrounding this guy here. He looks like a nobleman. He's kind of honestly kind of looks like a little rich kid, but they've got him a little bit cornered, and they're just shouting stuff at him and stuff and whatnot.
Here's where Darius is, here's where Valerian is very happy that Drasilis is not chaotic, because he'd be like, he carries the queen's symbol on a necklace.
But
It's
so
not
there's
chaotic. That's just douchey. That's totally different.
there's yeah, that's true. There's 6 of them surrounding this guy here, shouting at him, and he appears to be noble, or a noble, and not noble. He appears to be a noble, and so they're very likely kind of beating the snot out of him, trying to rob him.
Can I roll nobility to know his house or something?
Sure.
Or local? Okay.
If you have knowledge nobility, that would work.
I'm
That'd be
going
better
to,
than a knowledge
I'm
local.
going to turn towards Valerian and say, we can escape through an alleyway over there.
You recognize him as being from a house called House Gelento.
Or
They are, I mean, they're not one of, like, the higher ranking noble families, but they are regardless a noble family.
do they make gelato?
They don't.
No.
Gelento's gelato. It's
Yeah.
maybe you
Or
could.
razors, maybe.
So,
Sounds like Gillette.
but this is coming down. You know, you're coming down
Oh.
here, obviously down the
Right,
main
Jimmy.
street. Even though the
Dan.
picture depicts it and stuff, there's really not an alleyway for you to duck beside. So,
Okay.
and looking at that picture, there's the alleyway that goes kind of to the left. You see where the second red X is. The
Yeah.
problem is if you go up that way, there's that second mob that's going to be too big to pass. So it's kind of forcing you down here, and you're going to have to get past this mob somehow. I
Darius
mean, they
kind of,
don't see you guys right now.
a sneer crosses Darius' face, and he pulls out his spike chain.
Okay.
Wait, maybe we can get through this
What
a
are you
little bit easier.
Because there are 6 of them, keep in mind.
Trust me, I plan on talking first.
I think this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
It would not draw attention to have your weapons out because, I mean, they have weapons, some crude weapons, but the Corvosan guard is fighting people in the streets and stuff. I mean, there are people out with weapons out all over the place. So
Okay.
it's not going to necessarily draw attention for him to have a weapon out.
Yeah.
All right.
Essentially,
draw my
in
bow
this,
then.
and I'll just let you guys know this is Darius' plan. He's going to walk up, tell them to move out of his way, and make an intimidate check. That is his plan.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
gonna
a
copy
way-
your characters from the other page that has all the updates, because I realized the ones that I copied didn't have like your current HP and everything. So, okay, so you're gonna make an intimidate check on them.
Well, I can get us through with just the flip of a coin.
That's just a lucky coin. That's not gonna. How do you plan on getting through with that?
I have a spell that makes the coin show up however I want.
But
Right.
how's that going to help?
Right, that's
Just-
what I'm
That's
wondering.
the question.
I'll gamble with them to go through.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think
Why is
that
this
has a
not showing
lower
up in-
chance of success than his plan because I don't think they're exactly in a gambling mode.
This is weird. Your health bars are not showing up. Okay, there. It's weird. You keep losing the total health.
All right, you can do the
All right,
intimidation.
so I mean, his intimidate's pretty good. So, okay, so go ahead and give me an intimidate check.
I mean, I just don't think that they're going to care. They don't exactly look honorable, and they don't exactly look like they're in the mood to gamble. They'll either just beat us or let us pass either way.
Okay, a 23. So Darius steps up to the group, and what do you say to them?
Your mic to me.
I say, move, knaves, let us pass. Thank you.
Okay, minus the thank you. It's successful, and they are very afraid of Darius, and they disperse. And so the gentleman here, he thanks you profusely and says, he says, thank you so much. Thank you. They had me cornered, and I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And he says, let me thank you for your generosity, and he tips you guys 5 platinum and runs off.
All right,
So you guys
I'll take 5 platinum. I'll put that in the
Yep.
loot.
So you guys get 5 platinum,
Yeah.
and he runs off.
Yeah, I'll take 5 platinum. That's the thing that Darius will accept.
Well, it's not 5 platinum a person. It's just 5 platinum.
Yeah, 5 total.
Net.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna end up putting in a platinum because he wouldn't care that much.
Well, right now I'm just yeah. You can do that. Sorry.
Okay.
Don't be
Um,
a
As you continue on your way towards Zalara's house, you are approached by another mob.
Okay.
Okay. This one is a large mob that you really don't have any hope of fighting. There's at least a dozen of them. And they begin to chase you.
Oh.
They see you, they turn their attention, and they start chasing after you. So, this is going to be interesting. We're going to go back just to there for now, because we don't have a map for this. So,
Okay.
this is going to be a chase.
Okay.
And so, here we go here. I'm going to show this deck. And, okay, you guys should now all see the chase deck on the screen.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Okay, so the way this chase is going to work is I've modified it a little bit from the traditional Pathfinder chase rules. Let's see here. I'm going to go. All right. So for the purpose of this, we're going to assume that the comping moves with Dracillus. So
Okay.
he's not going to have his own turn. He will just like stay on your shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's just do this. That'll be easier. Okay. And we'll add everyone. And go ahead and roll initiative for me. And this is just going to determine the order that you guys will take during the chase.
25. I'll take it.
Excellent.
So you're 25. Match it.
Oh, 9 for Sif.
And those
Oh, no,
initiative
that's
rolls.
6
do
for
me.
Darius, 9 for Sif. Okay. Jesus Christ, you guys. A natural 20, that'll do it. What'd you roll? A 16? Oh yeah, you have plus 9 on Dracillus' initiative?
Is
Yes.
compy OP.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not good with initiative rolls.
Okay, so the way this will work is on your turn, you will just draw a card from the deck. Okay, you can just click to draw, and so what I'm going to do is I will draw one out and just place it on the board, and I did not place it on the board.
Nope.
Recall. Okay, I think it does have to be placed on the board because instead of it looks like you're at the end of the deck. That's weird. Okay, shuffle. Okay.
Wall.
Oh, it has to be on there. Okay, so it does have to be on the board. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Why does it? It's not.
I see it.
I thought it'd be
I see
bigger than that. Oh, you can actually. Okay, so you can expand it.
Oh, there we go. Much better.
Okay. So, whoops. All right. So, as you are during the chase, you are going to come across. There we go. A particular encounter. Okay. That appears while you're running from this mob. There are 2 ways to get past the encounters you can see down below. Because you guys are level 1 right now, treat all DCs as 5 lower than they are. So to get over this brick wall, it would be a climb DC of 5 or knowledge engineering of 10. Okay?
Alrighty.
So let me recall, and we're going to shuffle. To successfully get away from the mob, you must succeed on 3 encounters. Okay.
Okay.
3 failures means they catch you. It is possible that some of you get away and some of you don't. There are also in here certain escape cards that will be an automatic success and you run, and you are able to get away. So, Dracillus, you are up first, so I'm going to shuffle once more.
Okay, one question. Are there automatic being caught cards?
No, I do not have any automatic failures in this one.
That's
Alright,
good, because that would suck.
I draw. I should draw a card now.
And I don't see
You're not in the game, by the way.
Dracillus in the game anymore.
You've activated my trap card.
We'll reload.
Yeah.
I'll channel the heart of the cards. It'll be fine.
I don't think I can move where the cards are.
Turning into Yami Darius.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
Alright, I'm back.
You go so dumb.
Draw from the hero deck.
Alright, so draw a card.
And when you draw it, there's like a bunch of wind for some reason, even though it's not windy. And it's like blowing your hair in your coat pack for no
Wonderful.
reason.
Okay.
Darius.
So I'm just gonna.
Oh, Jesus.
Why can I not see the card? I should.
It's
be
on.
able to-
He drew it into his.
Yeah, I
personal
should. I should be able to see it.
No, you can't because cards are stupid in this game. Or even
No,
the
I
GMs
can. I can do that. I have it set that I can see your guys' cards.
Well,
I can see
it's,
he has it. I just can't see when it is.
Right. Yeah. You guys can't. I can see the number of cards, and I can see also the front of the card, or I'm supposed to be able to. And it worked the other night too.
Oh yeah. From now on, we should like just click on the card that comes up and drag it out, rather than
Oh, yeah.
clicking on draw.
That's the thing we can do.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really weird that I can't see.
I'll recall it and I'll draw a new one.
Yeah. That's well. Okay. What is the card?
It is Courtyard Wall, climb DC 20 or knowledge local DC 15.
Okay. So it's a climb of 15 or knowledge local 10 to get past it. And actually, I can just do the cards for you guys because since it's being stupid.
Let's see what which one.
Probably pretty good.
Yep.
8 if it's trained.
It is.
Yeah.
Alright, so I will go with knowledge local.
So you need to roll a 2 or above. That works.
God, if the rolls are going to be that high, then I may. We'll see. We may have to actually do.
Well, my climb would have been a -1, so if I get stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and that's why there's 2 ways to get past them. So
Yeah.
we'll see, because I may do another chase. This actually isn't part of. It's not in the adventure path because they actually hadn't come up with chases. I don't think chases were part of it, but I don't know. I'm like, you know what? A chase would actually be really cool. So, okay, so let me. I just got to make a. And then Flareon, Sif, Darius, and we'll go success and fail. Okay, so Dracillus makes it. All right, so next for Flareon, you are running down a long back alleyway. Perception 10 or reflect. Someone said that there was yeah.
Reflex save.
One of the reviews on it said there was way too many spelling errors for this to be, considered a published product, but it was like $2, and I have a couple of dollars left on a bunch of prepaid cards, and I can't do shit with them, so I was like, oh, I've got a couple bucks left, so whatever, instead of buying the actual Paizo chase deck. So, reflex save 20 or perception 10.
I'm gonna go perception 10 to see it coming.
Okay.
See, 13.
All right, so you turn and run down a long back alleyway. So I'm going to recall that. All right, so next up is going to be Sif. Sif runs and he sees ahead of him a reinforced wooden door. Strength of 15 or knowledge engineering of 10.
Oh, he's gonna have fun with this.
It sounds like
These
Sif
are
is
both really
fucked.
good. Yeah.
Sif is gonna go barreling through the door.
Sif throws everything he has into it and fails.
Boy, Sif.
He has to
Right.
fail 3 times, so
Yeah.
he's still okay.
In order to get caught. Okay, so for Darius, you get a side brick wall. Climb of 5 or knowledge engineering of 10.
I'm gonna climb. And I'm pretty sure with my Harrowed, I can end up adding it after the I can add it after.
I thought it was a dex one that you got. Or no, it was a strength one.
Yes.
Yeah, with Dex, we can spend our Harrow points on
Right.
Dex.
He has the
Like
herald
his
feet.
Harrow thing.
And
is
the
to-
one that... No,
I
that
didn't
was
draw one
yesterday.
today.
You
Damn
didn't
it.
draw one today, and that was yesterday.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, so you can't use your herald card on that.
I
But
go
you are able to successfully climb over the wall. Okay. So, they all continue chasing. The group kind of splits a little bit to chase after each one of you individually. And
Such
we're back.
jerks. We're not even like with the queen or anything.
Well, they don't
I
know.
wonder if I can make them all trip over themselves by making the front runner fall prone.
Dracillus, you see an open courtyard. You start running through an open courtyard. Knowledge local 10 or perception 5 to make it through.
We'll go knowledge local.
All right, you continue running through the courtyard. What did you have the first time? You had a wall.
Yeah, I had the courtyard.
You hit a different courtyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I had like
So you
a
turn
stone.
from one courtyard to another
Right.
and continue making it through. All right, Valerian, you come across a side alleyway door. Engineering 10 or perception 15.
Now, can I make the knowledge engineering untrained? Because it's a DC of 10.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then. It is a class skill. I just haven't put a point to it.
Yeah, because it's DC 10. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try knowledge engineering. Failure.
All right. So you do not. You see the door, but you're not able to pry it open.
Take advantage of it.
Yep.
One
Okay.
failure.
So it is Sif's turn.
Poor Sif.
Poor Sif. Poor Sif gets an archway tunnel. Geography 15 or perception 10.
Perception, totally going perception because it's a +2.
That's huge for him. Oh. 2? I thought it was bigger than that.
+2.
I thought his perception was way bigger than that.
Nope. He only has +2.
Huh. Okay.
He's charisma based, so his wisdom's probably not that
That's
great.
perception 10, so. And he makes it, so he bolts down this tunnel after trying a door that throws away into a door. Fails, but he makes it, turns down a tunnel. Alright, so next up is Darius. Darius, you see a locked door in front of you. A strength of 15 or engineering of 10. That can be untrained.
I'm gonna make the engineering of 10.
Okay.
Let's see. I will have a +2 to it. Okay.
Okay. You are able to figure out the mechanism. You bust through the door. That is an automatic escape. You get away from the mob.
Woo!
Darius runs away happy.
Very happy I'm not going to miss
Okay.
it, man.
Dracillus.
Then you'll be in trouble.
Dracillus, you see a narrow... as you're running through the courtyards, you maybe spot a narrow back alley that you could possibly duck into. An acrobatics of 15 or a perception of 20.
Oof.
Acrobatics is a class skill, but it's not trained. No, it's not a class skill.
You can make
So-
acrobatics untrained. Now keep in mind, you guys are taking the penalty for your armor, right? For
Yeah,
for dex and
Yeah.
strength. Okay.
Well, he's not because he's a wizard, but yeah.
I
Oh, that's right, because he doesn't have any armor. But
I have light armor for a +8.
Cool.
And it's calculated into.
that's
Passive
right. It is into the roll 20 sheets. So.
Yeah.
perception is okay. So I'm going to acrobatics.
Okay, so 15.
Come on. Oof.
Nope.
That is a failure.
All right.
That's
All right.
2 and 1.
So you are not able to duck into the alley, but you do. You're still making it through. Okay, so next up is Valerian.
That was a rough one.
You also see an alleyway. This is an uneven back alleyway, but it's going to take an acrobatics 15 to maneuver down it because of its unevenness, or a knowledge local of 10.
I'm gonna go with knowledge local. 22.
All right.
I rolled really well.
You recognize this alleyway because you're from Corvosa, so you're able to run down it just fine. Sif gets an uneven stone wall. Acrobatics of 5 or perception of 10.
Easy peasy, Sif. You got this, bud.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
All
And
right.
he is able to hop over the wall and continue running.
So we're all 2 and 1.
Yeah.
You
that's
are,
right,
and Darius are going to take him out because he has escaped. So Dracillus, you see a narrow stairway. Acrobatics 15 or engineering 10.
We'll go with engineering.
Okay. And you are able to dart up the stairway, and
3.
you have successfully ran from the mob.
Yeah, bitches. I give him
All
a
right.
finger to run over.
Valerian, you see a paved street walkway. Perception of 10 or stealth of 15.
Oh, you got this.
We're gonna go perception.
Oh,
That one.
All right. So Valerian gets away as well.
Now it's
Poor
time to go
Sif.
for Sif.
And now it's
Poor
down.
Sif.
to Sif. Sif gets a courtyard wall, climb of 15 or knowledge local 10.
Oh, what's his intelligence mod? He's got a knowledge local.
Yeah, it's probably better than his strength.
Yeah, it is.
And he makes it over the wall and gets away. All right,
Man,
barely. These
what
guys have
happened if he would
been.
have failed that?
Yeah, huh?
What happens if he would have failed that?
He would have had to make one more, then he would have been 2 and 2.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys all successfully escaped from the mob that is chasing you. In some cases, just barely. Yeah, I was kind of hoping someone would get caught as well, Spikes, but they've been rolling on fire tonight. So, except for against spiders.
Except for
Against spiders.
Um,
Fucking spiders.
Okay, so you guys get away from this mob, which is a good thing, because regardless of the fact that whoever is carrying it, if the mob caught up with any one of you, they would have taken probably about 30% of your treasure.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So it's good that you made it all the way.
Well, I'm glad I didn't get Sean because he's got it all.
Well, I thought about that because one person's carrying it all.
Yeah.
I would have taken a random 30%.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is, if we were doing encumbrance, he's going to
Yeah.
eventually be weighted down. He wouldn't be able to carry it all. So you're going to have to be split it up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have split it. We just didn't take the time to.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are able to make it away from that mob successfully, which is a very, very good thing. You are able to hang on to all of your loot, and you don't encounter any other sort of problems as you head back to Zalara's house. So you head to her house, and obviously you have learned now that Zalara has been dead for some time. So as you enter her house, it looks much different than it did before. So I'm going to take off.
Before we go in, can Sif do a little detect magic?
Say that again, I can't hear you.
Before we go in, can Sif do a little detect magic-y on the house?
Sure. I mean, if Sif doesn't, then Darius is going to.
Yep. That's actually not the music I want. So, yeah, you can go ahead and roll detect magic on the house. And they can actually kind of
I
still
detect
hear that
magic.
You
little
don't roll.
outside.
It just exists.
I search for magic.
I'm not seeing a roll. Or is that?
There's no roll for detect magic.
There's
Oh
no roll
Jesus!
for it.
I'm sitting there. Okay, you don't detect anything magical immediately, at the house. So,
It's a 60-foot cone through the house.
yeah, you don't detect anything magical.
Just
Because entering the house, it obviously it looks very different than when it was, a day ago. You return, you find the home is completely abandoned. It looks like it's been empty for weeks. There's no sign of food. There's no sign of Dracillus because he is no longer in roll 20.
Doing that.
So there's no sign of food. The wall hangings, the rugs, all of that is nowhere to be found. The furniture is completely in pieces. It's scattered throughout the room. As you guys kind of stand there wondering what the hell, Zalara appears to you. She appears and reveals to you guys the truth. She tells you that she is actually projecting herself using her major image power and manifest before you. It is her spirit that is manifesting. And she tells you the truth about the fact that she was indeed murdered weeks ago by Gaedrin, and that she is able to manifest herself through the use of her hero deck, because it is her one remaining tie, her house as well, but it is her tie still to to this world, and it's the way that she's able to appear before you. her hero deck actually contains the ability for her to use major image. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. And tells you that she can continue to help you guys. She detects or she senses dark times ahead, and that she can help you through the use of her hero deck. Her hero deck gives her the ability to project herself as a major image because of her ties to her deck, and it is basically, kind of for lack of a better word, haunted with her spirit. It also, through the use of her hero deck, it allows you to, her deck itself can use the spell Identify 3 times per day.
City.
But her deck is considered, it's an intelligent item. So it
Can I draw out of it to use my Herald feat?
sure, go ahead. While I'm doing this, hero deck. Whoops. Can you see that?
Yes.
Go ahead and draw a card. Okay. And you get the Uprising, another strength card.
Okay.
Okay. So, whoops.
Can I just take the card so I know what it is?
Sure.
Okay.
That'll work. Okay. Yeah, you can hang on to that until you use it. So, okay. So she tells you that she can identify magical item properties if one of her cards is touched to it, as the spell Identify. So when it does so, she can identify knowledge the item identified manifests in the mind of whoever she chooses, or who is also holding at least one, whoever's holding the card, basically. Mm-hmm. So she can also appear to you from time to time as well to do a hero reading, and that's kind of at her behest when she decides to give you guys a hero reading and not as your choice. But let's see here. I thought there's something that I'm missing, and oops, here we go. Okay, so unlike here we go. So he had, killed her, fed her body to his alligator, saved her head and her cards. But unlike a true ghost, her influence really doesn't extend far beyond her cards and her home, because they're her links to the living world. Mm-hmm. She can sense anguish and despair of those in Corvosa whom Gaedren's evil has touched and hurt, and that is how she sensed you guys and why she drew you together. She sensed your shared hatred for him, and so brought you guys together to kind of get even with him, to basically get him, as well as kind of do right by her, mm-hmm. essentially. So when you guys did first see her, it was obviously her illusion, and that's how everything she brought you guys together. So really, that's what she's here for. Is she can continue to assist you through the use of her hero deck, and may on occasion manifest through the use of her major image to give you a hero reading, if and when the time comes. But like I said, that's kind of up to her to give you guys the hero. You can't request a hero reading from her.
Okay.
So there's really not a whole lot of other guidance that she can provide to you at this time. There's obviously nothing left in her house that you guys can that you can use either.
Valerian's going to ask her if it's okay if we hide out in her house while the riots and everything goes on outside, as a sort of safe place to stay.
She says you can. I mean, there's really nowhere to I guess to hide. There. I mean,
I'm just thinking it's better to be
not
in
to
the
hide,
building
but there's nowhere
street.
really to to rest, obviously, because there's no furniture, or what furniture has been destroyed. She says you're welcome to stay here, yes. And as you guys, the riots have begun to quell a little bit. The Corvosan Guard while they were spread very thin, have started to kind of get a handle on it. So um, the initial civil unrest and outbreaks are quelled somewhat quickly thanks to the swift action of the Corvosan Guard. They were also aided by the Sable Company. I believe the Sable Company is detailed in the Guide to Corvosa, the longer document, not the player's companion. And then also a group of fighters called the Hell Knights as well, which I believe the Queen has kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Hired. That's not the right word, but yeah.
Payrolled.
Commissioned.
Commissioned. That's it. Yeah. So, so yeah, it is kind of it is safer outside. There are, the initial unrest has been quelled, but yeah.
Okay.
I still think we should have fought that group that chased us. I would just color sprayed all those bitches.
You wouldn't have been able to fight them. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole purpose of the chase, is because I decided you couldn't fight them.
I know, but I just wanted
When
to.
God-
I could color spray.
Like I
all
said,
of them.
there was at least a dozen.
When God says you can't fight them, then you can't fight them.
That's right, bitches. Okay, so we can. It's up to you guys. We can continue on, or we can call it there for the night.
Well, I mean, I have to get up early tomorrow, so this is a convenient stopping point. So
Okay.
It is.
I suppose we could say by the time we reconvene, the riots have been quelled. Okay, so at this point, so we'll call it here for the night. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary. Oh, damn it.
What?
Hold on. So Sunday again then, or do you guys want to play before then?
I cannot
Yes.
play before then.
yeah, I can't play before then.
Okay.
So Sundays.
That's fine. So Sunday then, same time at 8 or standard time 8 Mountain.
8 Mountain works for me.
Let me go. Let me run and go check my schedule.
Sure.
I don't suppose we level up after this, do we?
Oh, I gotta verify. I don't think so, but I believe you're close because I was actually looking at that. Let me see here.
Because I know you're just sort of having us level up when we should. So thought
Right.
I'd ask.
You guys were after the other night. You were about halfway.
Mhm.
Let me see through tonight. Okay, so and that was a 10. So that is one.
Okay,
spot.
guys, I'm totally excited. I'm actually off on Sunday, so
Sweet. Okay, so let's plan. I don't think you guys have quite leveled up. It'll be close. I've got to give. I got to determine ad hoc experience for the encounters during the riots.
Mhm.
Because it says, here's a couple of ideas for them.
Yeah.
But I'll figure it out. You're close to leveling.
Okay.
I need,
Unfortunately, there's not like a guide in here that says here's when they should level up, like there
we
was in
need
Rise of
that
the
level
Runelords.
2.
Yeah. Level 2 would be really nice.
Yep. So I'll tell you a couple things. Well, first is your friend going to be able to make it on Sunday?
He said that he's still trying to figure out whether or not he can come. I'll keep on talking to him. I should see him tomorrow at work, and we'll get things worked out.
Okay. Let him know. I mean, obviously, like you said, we're every Sunday for sure. Possibly additional days. Maybe. I mean, we could do Sundays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if this normally works out for you guys, then we can do twice a week, Sundays and Thursdays.
I can do it for a while. It might change though in the future.
Yeah, I think
So-
that Thursday should be like an on and off kind of thing, not a constant. But if we're going to do a second day, then it's going to be a Thursday.
Okay.
If Thursday works best for me. out of
Okay.
these,
Yeah.
probably.
So we'll do Sunday at 8 then, because I'll leave Sif here for now,
Mm.
because I totally forgot. I was gonna have him get caught and killed by the mob.
I thought that's what you were gonna do, and then you
Yeah.
I mean, he failed like multiple times. We
He
could just
failed
have-
once.
He failed once, just that door.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
shut
was
the
like,
door.
you know what? And I got done. I was like, crap. That's how I was gonna get rid of Sif, because you were gonna find a new
I mean,
oracle.
we can always retcon it.
Yeah. No.
I say,
So we
I
have
say,
someone to play.
yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
have to play
If
it.
Yep.
we have someone, if you have someone to play, then we'll go on ahead and retcon it that the riot killed Sif.
Well,
But
I'll figure out a way. But once you guys, if we do have someone and confirm, then let me know.
okay, make
We'll,
it totally inglorious.
yeah, we won't retcon him, but we'll see. So okay, so
I
plan
need
on
that cunning initiative.
yeah. So we'll plan on Sunday at 8. You guys, at this point, really, the only thing that you have to go on, I suppose, you have the Queen's brooch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, do you guys want to head to a merchant to sell any of the treasure or anything, or?
I assume
we-
that while we're hunkered down, like if we find a time that's opportune, we would go and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd
Well,
sell
we
all
need to-
the
We should go
the-
through it and
the
decide.
carving and the cigar case and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that's not useful for sure.
Right, any of the material items and stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, and then split up the gold, I mean the platinum, obviously. Go. Whoops. That's okay.
Yeah, you guys can divide the 4 platinum among yourselves. I only wanted 1.
2 for you, 2 for me.
I put
And unfortunately, we don't know whether or not Sif is going to be or not. Or you guys don't know that he's going to be leaving, so you are going to equally share the platinum with him. You
Okay,
know what?
fair enough.
Let's do this. So I'm just going to do it like this. Well, so Darius, you don't care?
No.
Okay. Falarian gets 2 platinum, Dracillus, Sif, and Darius get 1.
Fair enough. Yeah, Darius wasn't that concerned with money in the first place. It's just a bonus.
Okay. So the rest of the stuff, I assume you guys are going to keep the silver sheen potion, keep the oil of keen edge. Oh, you've already distributed that. So yeah, all the cigar case, the ingot, the crown, the carving, the ring, the figurine, and stuff. Unless Falarian wants to, Dracillus wants to keep the ring.
Which ring is it?
No, sorry, that's not the
Probably-
ring. That's not the ring that belonged to your parents. That was
No,
already
that's
sold
at the
to a merchant.
merchants.
Yeah.
yeah, the merchants.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you guys can sell all of that. A masterwork shuriken. Masterwork doesn't make it cost a lot more, does it?
It increases the cost by like I want to say 75 or 150, something like that.
Let's see here. Weapon.
Yeah, for ammunition, I'm not sure.
Well, I think a shuriken counts as a weapon, not
It
ammunition.
does.
It does. Okay, masterwork here. Here we go.
Well.
The masterwork quality adds 300 gold to the cost of a normal weapon,
So it's one
or
it's
6
1/5
gold to the cost of a single unit of ammunition. But
Yeah.
it,
Hello.
It's 1/5 of the 300 because the regular shuriken is 5 for 1 gold.
what? It's not 1/5.
No, he's saying it's
um,
5 shurikens for 1 gold.
So if you're going to add
Oh.
that total to the total sum, then it'd have to be 1/5 of that.
Well, it says it's 6 gold pieces to the cost of a single unit of ammunition.
I thought that we said that it was a weapon.
It is a weapon, but it's also considered ammunition. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. It's considered a weapon, and it is its own ammunition, or it has something in there, because
It's like a throwing dagger.
Yeah.
although they are thrown weapons, they are treated as ammunition for the purposes of drawing them, crafting masterwork, or otherwise special versions.
Okay.
So
Okay, that makes sense.
it's
so yeah.
gonna be worth. Let's see if that's 10 silver. It's gonna be worth 6 gold and 2 silver for one single masterwork shuriken.
Okay.
Okay, and no one can use that because it's considered an exotic weapon.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to total up all that, and we can split that out. Oh, there's the holy symbol as well. It's
Who's the only symbol of?
Shellen.
Okay.
350, 200. All right, I have a total of 1,581 gold, just off those items.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
Okay, so that's say 395 gold to everyone. And then you all have 1 platinum. Valerian has 2.
Yep. And then the.
And then the silver and copper, which Darius.
Oh, and we've got the garnet amulet that we got off Yargan.
So another 25 gold to everybody.
We never, because that was the same day in game.
So, do you want to like take them off the loot chart when you sell them, or how do you handle that usually?
I'm gonna put sold next to them.
Cool. Just make a column for sold or something. Okay, so you all have an extra 20. So basically, you're all gonna get 420 gold total, and then let's see, 33 silver for everyone except for Darius because he doesn't care. And 67 copper. So can we do something like this then? Let me try this. Nope, I don't want fill color. I want there. Do something kind of like that to fade it out to know that it's sold and that you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm brilliant and I think of cool shit like that. So, okay. So yeah, that'll sell everyone. As you're there, who's holding the brooch?
That's Valerian.
Valerian. Okay. So, you also show the brooch to the merchant to kind of get an idea for how much that's worth, because you know it belongs to the queen, but you don't know how much it's worth. He tells you the brooch itself is worth about 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
However, he knows that it belongs to the queen. He has no interest in buying it because, he's very excited, he's like, oh, this is the queen's brooch. This is the queen's brooch. Yes, yes. However, he's like, that's worth 1,000 of gold pieces. However, please, take it away from here. This has been registered as stolen property by the Corvosan Guard. However, the queen has offered a reward for its return. I have no interest in buying, purchasing stolen jewelry, jewelry that's been stolen from the queen. However, my advice: return to Castle Corvosa and claim the reward of 1,200 gold pieces. So it's worth 1,000, but there's actually a reward worth 1,200. So,
okay.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
No, but see, that doesn't apply because we
Wait for
didn't
it.
know that at the time. I said we needed more information, which is exactly what we just got. So you don't get that one.
I gave you the information, but also, I mean, really at this point, even without that information, it's really the only other thing that you have to go on right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is you have this that ties you to the queen. People are saying "Long live the queen," and other people are saying "Death to the queen," and something's going on, but whatever. So, yeah, so it's really it is the best solution is to return it to the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fair enough.
It says in here. I mean, she'll tell you this when it. Well, actually, she won't tell you because she wouldn't know. I have it in here basically just in the notes. It's in the adventure path. Let's see here. All right, so the brooch. Okay. The brooch was pickpocketed. So one of Lamb's pickpocketed it from a thief who stole it from a jeweler who was contracted by one of the queen's handmaidens to repair the clasp. So yeah, it was sent out for repair, got stolen from the jeweler, and then one of Lamb's stole it from the thief.
Shitty thief.
Yeah, clearly. Well, no one would expect a little, street urchin. Well, I suppose maybe they would.
Yeah,
expect
like
street urchin.
I
A
totally
little
would.
kid. No one would expect a little kid to be picking, pockets and
We've
stuff. But
clearly never seen Aladdin.
I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
actually,
seriously.
never seen what?
Aladdin.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose actually everyone kind of knows about Lamb's. So Gaedren had hoped someday to actually use the brooch's return as leverage with the queen, should he ever be arrested.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
So, So that is kind of that's where we stand right now. So obviously that's a good starting point for next time, is to head and return the brooch and see how that treats you all. And with that, I want to. Spikes has already taken off. If he watches this, thank you for joining us, Spikes. To anyone else who checks this out, be sure and check out the Obsidian Portal link. That is in the description of the YouTube video, or it's in the description of the playlist. You can follow along with our adventure path there. It also will have our next broadcast time, or our next session, shown on that site as well. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. And thank you for watching us. And we will see what happens next time.
Night, guys.
Bye.